What's up, everyone? This is Arnaldo, aka Mad Dog, and this is The Real, episode 163 of GG's The Mouthful Podcast.
He's back! GG! Woo!
Thank you so much, sir. Yes, I am back from the sunny island of Puerto Rico.
Yes! We went Caribbean this month.
We sure did, yes. Although, to be fair, I was only there because my father's wedding.
Oh, hey, the most important occasion.
Yeah, sure.
And you had a stay. You had a good stay, actually. You were there for like 5 days, 4 days?
Let me see. We left Wednesday. We came back Monday. So, yeah, 5 days.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
how's Puerto Rico?
Oh, it's nice, man. I'm not going to lie. I guess it's not at its hottest right now, which I guess is good.
That's why it's nice.
That's why it's really nice.
Otherwise, it would have been like,
oh,
God.
Cooler there than it was here.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah. Humidity obviously is much higher, but still at night, oh my God.
At
night, it was just too good to be inside.
May and I would say because June have basically starting now.
Yeah.
Evidently, it's a good time to go to the Caribbean because in Cuba, I was expecting also to be like super hot and sweaty and muggy. And no, it was like perfect. It was beautiful.
It's exactly what you want it to be. Yeah. It's exactly what we want Florida to be.
Yeah, exactly.
But Florida decides to just screw everybody over.
Well, it will be Florida.
Yeah,
and it'll be nice during the winter time.
Yeah.
When everybody is having the snowstorms and crazy stuff like that, that's when we're having our, you know what? This 70 is not that bad.
We don't complain about anything.
No.
During that time.
We don't dare. I mean, people come in and kill us.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That voice, of course, is Mr. David Santos, a.k.a. Dream Twister. What is up, sir?
It's time to turn the brews. Is that what that alarm means?
No, I'm not even sure what that was for. I'm looking and going, why is my alarm going off?
It usually goes out on this time.
Does it really?
I thought you told me that it had something to do when you were preparing the brew.
Maybe, and I just never really stopped it from happening.
Yeah, well, we never stopped brewing.
That's right, because I had to go in and change the ice. You're absolutely right.
There you go. See?
Good job, sir.
The North remembers.
The North does remember.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, very good. If this is your first time listening, first off, thank you so much for tuning in. Please go to goodgame.tech, join the conversation there, and also like, subscribe, and share the podcast with everyone. What we normally do is we go into, first off, what we've been up to, move into some news items, and then finally finish with our hot topic of the week. This week's hot topic, we've got our E3 predictions episode, guys. Woo!
It's that time.
Yes.
It's finally, I can taste it, bro.
Yes.
It is this weekend.
It is this weekend. It is literally hours from now, because if you count EA's, whatever the hell they're doing tomorrow.
Oh, wait. EA's doing something on Saturday?
Actually, I think they started today.
We better be fast now. We don't want to start missing. E3 just commenced.
As we were speaking. Actually, you know what? That's what that alarm was for.
Yeah, there you go.
It was saying, hey, E3 is happening. Cut the show. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back. And we're back.
And we're back.
That E3, that EA, yeah.
Yeah, they suck. Let's be real.
They didn't have anything to show.
They have nothing. It was showing a bunch of Madden and FIFA.
And more microtransactions.
Yes. Yes. Apparently, you can actually buy a microtransaction.
Yes.
It's not actually something you get. It's just you get to buy a microtransaction to use in the future for something.
Yeah, exactly. So you're pre-ordering microtransactions for an unannounced game.
Exactly.
To be determined.
To be determined.
Along with the season pass or the season pass.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's the EA way. Yeah.
Yes. Good job, EA.
Yes,
Good
exactly.
job.
And a subscription agreement. A subscription
service. Yeah.
Service. Yes.
First off, before we jump into the show, I wanted to thank Gilberto, a.k.a. Chaos Reaper, once again for assisting us last week and filling in with the show. An amazing cast by these
guy,
two.
I mean, like I told you, he needs to start saving his PTO for Fridays or quit his job so he can become a full-time podcaster. Because you saw the product of it.
I agree.
It was 3.5 hours.
3.5 hours of just nothing but conversation.
Nothing but he telling it as he saw
it. As it is. Yeah. As always he says it.
I told him and he delivered.
Yes. We probably try to get him later on in the show to include his predictions. We will see because we're not sure of the setup here because But we'll figure this out.
He also hasn't been told.
He
We're
also
just
hasn't been told.
call him.
Oh yeah. We just hey man, get ready.
Get ready.
Oh man. So let's start, sir, with what we have been up to.
What we have been up to.
What, sir, have you been doing since I have been gone?
You've been gone. I have not been doing much, actually. I did finish Mortal Kombat 11.
Oh, okay.
I was playing that, and I think last I left it was. I'm not sure what people are getting excited about.
I heard this. Yeah.
This particular, this story mode, and I gotta say, after finishing it. I can see it. I can see it.
Okay.
Not something that got me like super hyped up or anything like that. But it was because I'm not the biggest Mortal Kombat fan. I mean, I like it. Obviously, I bought it.
Yeah.
But I don't follow the lore.
Okay.
I'm not into like the characters. I find like I didn't know. Evidently, from 9 to 11, that there were two different Sub-Zeros. Now Scorpion it's a good guy.
Wait a minute, you didn't know there was two different Sub-Zeros?
I think I
wasn't
had
in
an
that,
idea.
Yeah, I was gonna say that
but
wasn't in it happened before. Like the Sub-Zero that first took off the mask, had just had that little stripe in his face, was either the son or the brother or some relative. I can't remember what it was, or maybe he was just another Lin Kuei.
Another Lin Kuei, yeah. There's a Lin Kuei ninja. A Lin Kuei a cyber ninja thing factory. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's all over the place when it comes to the character. I feel like it's more. We want to make these characters as diverse as possible, which is cool because that's kind of what you want on a fighting game. But mesh them up into this world and try to make a lore out of it. Which, honestly, for what they have to work with, they have done a fantastic job.
Okay.
I thought overall the story was good. It had a satisfying ending. I was not aware. The game has 3 endings, actually. The one you get when you pretty much win 2 rounds against the baddie.
Okay.
In this case, Chronica. So you win those 2 rounds in a row. The one that you get when you lose at least 1 round.
Oh, okay. Okay, you split the victory. Okay.
So it kind of throws you. It's almost. There's not much of a difference on the ending, so don't go expecting a lot of shit should change.
Epic change.
Yeah, but supposedly, the winning twice, it's the one that gives you the nicer one,
the best,
and then the one where you lose.
Oh, that's good. You lose, it still has an ending.
It's an ending, but it's not really an ending. It's an ending in the sense that it gives you a cutscene. Okay, and holy shit. But it lets you restart. Continue. Yeah. It's not a roll credit ending,
Hey, I love those type of games. They're few and far between where,
you get the ending.
You get the ending. It wasn't the best ending, but you still get an ending. Yeah, and it's a really well developed poor ending.
I would have really hate having that, in Mortal Kombat, because that would have meant reloading back or probably not being able to fight her again until unless I play the whole thing again. So I would not have been happy.
I mean, I guess it should have an option for it. We'll call it the what can we call
the
it?
hardcore edition.
Oh gosh, I guess everything's hardcore.
Yeah.
What do we call it? Something else?
Okay.
They hardcore with a K.
There you go. That will go more. Right. I appreciate you staying in brand. So at first, I was battling this guy. Chronica, she's a pain in the ass, bro.
As every boss is.
I know. Yeah. I was so furious because it's like every Mortal Kombat. Like I've been doing fine, up to that. You do okay up to that, and then that boss, and has to be like a cheating, fucking invincible.
Typical Mortal Kombat,
yeah. Very
since Shang Tsung, it's been like I hate Shang. I hate the boss.
Yeah. I miss Shang Tsung. Yeah. I'm actually kind of glad to see that he's coming back, and it's actually the Shang Tsung from the movie.
From the movie, yeah.
That's
pretty tight.
Amazing. Yeah, I love.
He even says it. He has a line and everything. The same line he used. Your soul is mine, or something like that. I can't remember what it was. Yeah.
That is so Shang Tsung.
Yeah.
No, but yeah. So I was trying to see how I could beat her because I was ready to move on. You know, I enjoyed my time with it, but I wanted to play something else. And I kept losing these fights because I'm not good at fighting games.
At fighting games.
So I went online. I was like, well, give me tips, give me tactics. You give me something that I should be doing, to beat this character. I'm gonna give you the tip to beat this character. Not beat her, destroy her.
Oh my God, there's a cheese.
It's a mega cheese, bro. All you have to do
Sweep.
is just use your kicks.
Oh, okay.
If you use the kicks with the character that's I'm not gonna spoil who the character is, although you sort of imagine who's gonna be fighting her. Which actually, that reveal was cool. So
okay.
So even that is cool. Even though you expect it, it's still unexpected. They did a good job with it. But yeah, that you just press the circle button and you start kicking.
Wow.
Kicking. So I destroyed both rounds. I got the best ending and everything, and I was ready to do it again. So I started. After I finished it, I played. Because that's the regular story mode, and then the game has this mode where it's the arcade mode basically. Mm-hmm. You fight through a tower of different enemies, and then you beat the last boss, which again is Chronica, and then you see the ending to your particular character.
Okay, gotcha.
And I saw a couple endings. Of course, I'm not gonna spoil anything like that, but you gotta watch Jack's ending.
Jack's ending?
It's kind of like, whoa, man.
Okay.
Not to oversell it or anything like that, because they're typical arcade endings, which is a still image over some words that happen, or maybe them talking or something, and then credits roll. It's not a big deal. But what it leads, basically, what it's basically telling you about is it's kind of interesting, So I'll tell you off camera. I'll tell you off camera.
Okay, all right.
But yeah, man, I didn't realize I was gonna have so much fun actually playing. I'm still playing. After I beat it, I've been doing some of the live towers. I forgot exactly what those are called, but basically, it's challenges that you could do. Kind of like Injustice gave you different alternate universe where you could visit and fight different versions of the characters, and also each stage had like different obstacles or things. So while you're fighting, you're also making sure that you're not getting hit by this ice wall, for example, or the spikes, or whatever, poison, you name it. It's done cool, in a cool way. So it has that, and as you progress, and you're getting the 20 currencies that it has, because that's the only thing that sucks, is the fact that they put currencies upon currencies on this game. And
thank you, WB.
Yeah. Like this game could have been a lot better if it didn't have that crap. Let's you go to the section they call the Crypt, which is actually on Chansu's Island.
Oh,
and
okay.
Chansu welcomes you very peacefully, actually.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And you
go
go
you come to spend money.
Money. Exactly. And you start opening, chests and getting like cool loot and stuff. But the chest is random.
Yeah.
The chests are completely random, so you can't really get what you want. Find out where it is. It's just, hey, this chest is 7,000 Grugels, whatever the hell they're called. 7,000 coins with a K. Okay, so you spend them, and one time it could be another character skin.
So when you say they're random, what you're saying is
pure RNG, pure loot box type thing.
Because I remember the old Crypt. You still didn't know what you were getting, but you knew, or there was a map. Like someone actually had like a thing. Hey, if this is the item you want, go to this number box.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
find.
Yeah.
So is that still the same, or it's randomized? Regardless of where you go, it's completely
random. If you spend the cheaper versions, you get like little trinkets and and stuff.
Oh no, that's great.
But if you get the more you spend, supposedly it's supposed
The
to
more
give you
valuable,
the
yeah.
more valuable skins or different versions of your character, etc. So, but it's still not. It's not cool that they did it like that. Although
I didn't mind the old one, even though it still was like
I like the idea because it gave you something to work. It gave you a
Yeah.
progression, But in this one, it feels totally random.
It's completely randomized. Yeah, that's bullshit.
Yeah, and even though it's cool to do the crypt and decipher some of the puzzles to go into the into next areas and all that, like you're not really doing anything other than just opening boxes,
Loot boxes.
So
yeah.
much, I guess.
Loot coffins, shall we say? Loot crypts,
Loot crypts, yeah, loot crypts,
if you will.
So that was all right, but overall the game is good. If you ask me what I recommend it, yeah, wholeheartedly. I think it's it's a fun. It's a fun. It's good to see that they found a way to explain all these different things, all these different storylines from the different Mortal Kombat games.
Mm-hmm.
They found a way to explain why is it that it always resets and always there's something different. And it's because there is the Titan of Time, and she is trying to make everything balance. And Raiden has brought
Thanos. Okay.
Yes, basically. yeah, exactly. Yeah. Meanwhile, Raiden has has been the troublemaker because he has
he's constantly messing with his timeline.
Yeah, exactly. So we need to make him disappear and yada yada. And so it's cool. It kind of makes me want to go back to 10 and play that one.
And play that one? Did you play that one? Oh, you skipped it. Okay.
I owned it, but because I owned it around the time that I bought it on PC, and it was around the time, I bought it for like $12, honestly, because it was around the time that WB decided to stop supporting it, and everyone was like pitchfork, like mad, of course, and with reason, kind of crappy thing to do, but of course that's WB, that's what they do. Surprisingly enough, later on they decided to re-adopt it and re-support it again.
Yeah.
But I think it was more because they were testing the online element for for Injustice 2.
Oh, for the Injustice.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Because I think that's what they're doing. They're taking like a couple of years, and then you get a Mortal Kombat, and then a couple of years you get Injustice, and then a Mortal, which I still like Injustice though. I like that. If you ask me about the game to pick, this is the one that has the the fatalities and stuff like that. And believe me, they are fucking gory. They are.
I know. I've seen.
Yeah,
learn how to play around with. That's for sure.
Yeah. No joke. They swear, and they look better than ever. So it's more detail to stuff that you don't want to see. You're like, oh man, this is freaking disgusting. And it's hilarious when sometimes you have two allies, and the allies before the fight, because they're allies, they actually, instead of talking trash, they kind of like revere themselves, revere each other.
Okay. Fist bump.
No, they don't do that, but on the intros,
yeah,
that was actually
Ryu and Ken. I used to love that. Yeah,
Ryu and Ken will do that.
Whatever you boop,
fist
bump.
No, on this one, they just their interests are amenable towards each other, and then they're just ripping their freaking cords out. It's so stupid. It's so crazy.
I love you, but I'm gonna have.
I'm gonna rip your eyes
and smack you around.
Yeah. I'm gonna rip your eyes, and I'm gonna tie them in a knot, and now I'm gonna kick you, and then I'm gonna kick you in the ball so hard. And this is literally, I think it's a brutality, or maybe it's a fatality. I don't know, but. I think it's like Sonja's fatalities. She kicks the person in the crotch so hard that his whole skull and the spider, it just goes flying up.
Oh my god,
it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. So they make it. It's
entertainment. Yeah, it's entertainment.
It's stupid entertainment. Yeah, but if you were to ask me, I still lean more towards the Injustice series because I like that story better, and I'm not that much into the MK lore either. Even though I'm excited to see where this goes now. After this one. So yeah, I played that. What else did I play? I have to look. It's such a long list. No. I tried something. So there's this game that's out.
I tried something. I don't know how I feel about this. Because
no.
the last time it was House Party, okay?
No. No. That was not. I didn't want that experimental. No.
Okay.
All right. This is hentai game. No.
Oh, my God.
It is. It's actually, this game, it came out from, I think Epic is publishing it or they're helping out or whatever. I don't know what it is, but it's a game called Dauntless.
Dauntless, okay.
Yeah, Dauntless. It's available on PS4, I want to say Xbox as well, and PC.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's basically, imagine a Monster Hunter game with simplified, a little bit more simplified.
Okay.
So in other words, yes, your missions are, you go on the hunt. And you're battling these monsters, and just like typical Monster Hunter style, these monsters are huge. You're taking pot shots at them. Little by little, you are strategizing with your buddies to take them out,
down.
and basically. And then once you kill them, you basically take their
skins and stuff. Okay. So it's very Monster Hunter, yeah.
You craft items for you to wear and make yourself better armor pieces, etc. Typical Monster Hunter, but without the bullshit of getting it being super difficult to play with your friends. It doesn't make you jump through 30 hoops if you want to play with your friends again. You can actually just go in and you can even matchmake with anybody easily and start.
Go figure. It's
I
that
know.
easy,
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? Yeah,
game like that. It's
Capcom.
imagine the graphics. The graphics are pretty much as Fortnite as they are.
Yeah, I'm looking at it a little bit. It does look Fortnite, maybe a little better than Fortnite, but not too much better.
I was playing. It was very reminiscent of Fortnite.
Okay.
Actually, it is because it's the Unreal Engine.
There you go.
So, but it had that style. Like you could see cross.
Yeah, you can definitely see it. Yeah.
Cross-pollinating between both games, like having a Fortnite, having an event that has to do.
Oh
with
yeah. And likewise the other way around.
Yeah. You could see that. So yeah, man, that game is all right. It's if you like Monster Hunter, this is completely free to play, and so far it doesn't look like they have any
PC?
horrible tech.
PC only?
No, PlayStation 4.
Oh,
it's
okay.
available now. I've seen people playing it. Actually, now.
Interesting.
And yeah. It doesn't look bad. The only problem that I had with PC is that it's still. You could tell that it's still early enough to where, some of the graphical elements look kind of weird.
Okay.
And I don't mean anything serious. I'm sure that with a normal monitor it'll be fine. I have widescreen monitors, and I was when it supports them, but it was doing something where it was cutting off the feeds way too much and you can't zoom in and zoom out on your character, or at least I couldn't figure out how to.
Okay.
So
You're playing
it
on
didn't
PC?
look bad. I was testing it on PC.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm probably not gonna play it because I don't have time for it. But it was entertaining, and if you like Monster Hunter, like you should check it out. Download it. It's completely free, like I said. And
I'll tag it. I don't know if I can afford to fit it right now.
Yeah, no, you probably have a huge backlog of games. That trip left you with
oh my god,
big holes, and now you have a Wii. Now you have a Switch.
Yeah,
now you have a Switch, which is there's a backlog there you have to fulfill. Mm-hmm. So I can't speak much about Dauntless other than to say that yes, it's if you like Monster Hunter,
clone. Yeah, it's a Monster Hunter.
You should try
clone.
it out. It is cool, but I didn't spend that much time with it to really ascertain if it's a great game or not. I mean, the reviews so far, people have been positive.
Positive?
On it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's not early access, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
It's like it was in early access last year, and now that I think this was
official
a release,
launch. Okay,
but it's still like work in progress.
okay,
You know,
which is fine. It's free to play.
Yeah, exactly. This one's free. This one's free to play, and it's fairly polished. You know, from what I see. I played a little bit of. Well, actually, so Nvidia released that demo. You went to bed now. You just went to sleep. As soon as I mentioned Nvidia, Nvidia,
the makers of Excel,
the makers of the GeForce graphic card,
the GeForce,
the
yes. GeForces are killing me.
They kind of put out there a it's not a demo, but they basically released a update for Quake 2.
Oh my god!
Which is a really old ass game.
Decades later.
Literally. yeah. But makes Quake. You could play Quake 2 with the RTX graphic advancements. So it's actually Quake 2 RTX is what it's called. It is Quake 2, basically, as you remember, at the same gameplay. Obviously, they're not gonna touch anything like that. But and with the very simple polygons, I mean, back then I guess they were state of the art, but by today's standards, it's very, very, very simplistic. However, it had that coat of paint of RTX, which makes it look awesome. Okay. I have to admit that even though I don't think games are ready for RTX right now. It's way too early, and I was running this game at barely 30 frames per second. And on my I don't have I have an RTX card, but not like the TI card, which would be it's the $1,200 card. I don't have that, but with this one, I was barely holding at 30 frames per second. However, the game itself, what it does is that it gives it that RTX look, which is basically instead of having how do you call that? Not renderable. What's the other word? It's basically like simulating, like instead of
I'm trying to think of the name of it now.
It's not rendering, but it's another word. But anyway, instead of faking light sources, it actually presents you with a real light source that bounces off all the.
This is the ray tracing thing, right?
Yeah, the ray tracing. They present you with a real light source that bounces off the surfaces of different objects, and depending on the type of objects they are, they refract or the object is translucent. It'll go through it, It gives it this realistic look, as far as the colors go, So, say for example, in most games, let's say you have a wall. And when you look through a window, and they want to present you like light coming through that window, and what they do is that they actually make a light source so that it'll look like real light is going through it, through that window.
So it's a natural. They're creating a fake one, but the rest of the world reacts, or the light around the world reacts to that fake source.
Yeah. Well, on the non-ray trace one, it doesn't, or it could actually, because if you turn it, you could create a shadow. But what I mean is like that light source is faked out. It's just for that area. It's not bouncing off that of it and reflecting in different places as real light does. It'll only be lighting whatever is it that you're looking at. Basically, the moment you turn back, that is no longer being rendered.
Yeah.
So with
to save memory.
Yeah. With RTX, it's simulating real light the way real light works, which is you shine a light to something, but it's not just that something that it gets light on, but that light it's bouncing and it's reflecting on other parts of the room. Like we have a light source at our ceiling right now, but the center of the room is not the only space that is getting lit.
Getting lit.
Lit. I just made a new word. is the rest of the room kind of is in in a way. So yeah, it looks, it's a cool demo. Obviously it's an old game, so I mean it's cool when
Gotta
it came
love
out.
how the reflections look on those glasses.
The reflection, yeah, and it's funny because they don't render your body, like your body. They don't make your body on those type of games and those first person shooters. They only showed you like the gun, right? Your arm and the gun,
Yeah.
right? So now that you have realistic lights bouncing,
They have to actually put a body there.
no, they didn't.
Oh,
So
they didn't?
when you go to the shadows, all you see is the shadow of an arm and the gun. So it's kind of silly like that, but it's cool.
Well, yeah.
It gets me excited for what could possibly be brought up for the future. I mean, Sony was already talking about ray
but
tracing on it.
Let's be real.
On a level,
I mean, it's
little
gonna
by little.
be it's gonna be a semi version of that. Otherwise,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
PS5 is gonna be completely unattainable.
Absolutely. No, but I'm thinking that as technology advances and
Not
things
that
are
I
making-
doubt Mark Cerny, because he is a genius, and I get
Yeah. I mean, he brought us 4K
He
on a
did.
machine that technically had
Doesn't
no
run-
business doing
Yeah,
4K. Yeah.
yes, exactly.
They call
So,
it checkerboarding, but
checkerboard.
hey, it was still 4K.
It still got you there.
It still got you there. Yeah, so they could have something similar for ray tracing, where it's like checkerboard ray tracing, but it's still
Ray tracing.
ray tracing. It's still
It
convincing.
still does what it's supposed to do, and
All you got to do is convince me that that it looks as good, and I'm sold. So so I can see, like everybody talks about. Okay, so what's the next advancement in the future of graphics? Well, this is it. This is what we need to work on. Obviously, this is very early, and we're gonna really have to pound that technology and form it and make it easier to run on lower capable machines and all that. But just like everything else that have come in the past, it is possible. It will happen.
Yeah.
And it will make our
It's
games
not saying
look
it's not going to happen.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I don't know if it's going to be 100% running on PS5.
No. You know what? I can see, because I've seen the advancement of technology being that crazy and that fast.
Mm-hmm.
I can see games where the technology it's there, and it's not maybe it's not rendering the entirety of the world around you, but just the area where you see, it should be
Just enough, yeah.
but it's still convincing.
Mm-hmm.
I can see technology, and dude, Mark Cerny, he's a freaking genius.
Yeah,
So
he is
I
scary
have-
genius.
yeah,
Let's just say I'm glad he's using his powers for good.
I trust that he can pull something that is convincing.
Yeah.
We don't need to be the full NVIDIA ray tracing as it is, because I don't think, like right now, all that runs good are just demos. When you try to put it into a game, we have the poor implementation that we have had, where it is half-ass ray tracing, which is not fully ray tracing. It's just like features of it. Like Battlefield might have the reflections, and this other game might have the light sources. I mean, this other game might do something else. Shadow of the Tomb Raider, has the shadows, or stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But not a crazy full implementation like this RTX will be, like in Quake 2. But of course, they had to do it on a decades-old game.
Yeah.
A 20-year-old game is that they were able to, put it, and it doesn't really run that great. Doesn't
Yeah.
even run that great.
Suddenly, a 1 gigabyte game has a memory space of 30 gigabytes.
Yes. Yeah.
Because of that.
It's kind of ridiculous. But I can see why they were doing it, and it is fun. And then lastly, I played what's it called? It's called Torment: Tides of Numenera. And this game,
I've seen this one. Yeah.
Yeah. This game is available on PS4. It's actually on PC. It was a Kickstarter game on the Unity engine. Came out to PS4 also, and I have to check it. I don't think it's on Xbox. I could be wrong on it. Sorry, Xbox guys. I don't own an Xbox yet. Maybe in the next one if it's actually good.
It's happening. It's going to be good.
I'm hopeful. So the Numenera is actually a tabletop RPG game, and then Torment Ties of Numenera is a video game that is based on that. It's actually
based on that lore.
Yeah, it's set 1 billion years in the future.
Jesus Christ.
1 billion years in the future from now, where civilization has risen and fallen from Earth. And when you're playing, you can almost see it's cool because the world itself it's very medieval, but you can see like futuristic technology all around.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like this juxtaposition of old technology and new tech and medieval stuff. But the only problem that I have with it and this is not, I'm not saying this is a problem with the game. I'm saying problem with me. It's the same problem that I have when I was playing this other game that I had. I forgot the name. I need to find it because it's basically it's one of those top view RPGs.
Oh, isometric?
Isometric, thank you. There are very, very wordy.
Oh, okay, okay.
Extremely so.
Oh, yeah.
For example, it'll say, it'll give you a whole, a block of text, basically the description of where you are or what's happening or, what your thoughts are, or it's almost like a book.
Okay.
And it's well done, actually. The writing is, it's really good. I have to commend them for having some excellent, writing, but it's a little bit too much for me, for what I, for what I want. The emphasis.
There's no voice acting, I take it.
There is voice acting, and what I heard was decent. Of course, I didn't play much of it. I was just testing the water, so I was like, I backed this game when it came out. I think I put like $20. I think this was the last game I backed on Kickstarter, and it was because it's from Inxile, the makers of Wasteland 2.
Okay.
So, and I like Wasteland a lot, or Wasteland 2 a lot. So this one, it's sort of that that type of game. The emphasis is more on the interaction with the environment and the other characters that you meet rather than the combat. And combat is entertaining, but it's turn-based. It's entertaining, but it is not the highlight of the game. And I'm not. There's a time to play that game, and it's not now.
Okay.
Even though there's really nothing else that I'm looking forward to play. I mean, I play Mortal Kombat. There's nothing else that's calling me the attention to go. I started playing it, and I thought it was good and it was cool, but I'm not ready for it. So, unfortunately, sorry to disappoint. I couldn't give you a whole assessment of new games other than Mortal Kombat, which is a must buy.
A must buy.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, sir. Well, first off, as you guys know, I went to PR. Went to see my father get married. Congratulations to Arnaldo Martin Prime.
Yes.
He got married. Lovely wife, Nydia Torres, or Nydia Martin now. She's part of the family.
Yes.
Congratulations to them. It was an amazing time, dude.
Viva la novio!
And, and honestly, I just want to go back.
Yeah.
I just want to go back. It was a lot of fun. It's good to be back in PR. I haven't been there in probably almost a decade now. And so it's been some time.
Found it different, didn't it?
No, it's still the same. Obviously,
Maria kind of said.
I was going to say, yeah, there are obvious changes, unfortunately, due to Maria. Yeah, Hurricane Maria, for the record, not somebody named Maria. But other than that, it was a lot of fun. Before I left, I didn't game at all when I was out there, for the record. I left everything home. I was like, nope, I'm unplugging. I'm just going to enjoy. I did finish Gris, and I actually finished it.
Yes.
And then played it all over again and finished it again because it is really good.
It's something special.
It is something special.
I own that game. I forgot.
You do own that game, so you just need to get on that because it's not even a very long game. I don't know what you're waiting for. This is not Witcher 3, damn it. But no, it's a very cool game. There's an obvious sort of tale that it's giving you. Obviously, it's meant to be more metaphor of many things. Very journey like, but
It's kind of like Celeste.
No, because
No?
Celeste is very challenging.
Okay.
While this is, you're not going to die. This is more like Journey. You will not die.
Oh,
You know what I mean? It is the journey. This particular thing, I'm sure you've seen from the gameplay. It's a girl. Essentially, now this is not really a spoiler because it's more of what you take away from it. But what I got from it was the loss of a child. So in the sense that the stages of dealing with grief. Thank you. And of course, you have your depression, your anger, and all stuff. And it's all reflective of the areas that she's in. Each time you complete one, you bring back a certain color to an area. You know what I mean? And it's really, really, my God, so well drawn, dude. This is such a beautifully animated, beautifully designed freaking game, dude. Music is also really, really good. Completely impressed. This is a team. I think it was a team of I want to say it's like five to seven people. It wasn't even a big team at all. So props to that team. Loved it. Like I said, played it through. Like I finished it and then started it right back in. I was like, nope, I want to and then played it through. And now, of course, made it easier because obviously there's a lot of puzzles and stuff like that. But now you kind of know what the puzzles work. And there's a little collecting things that you can do as with any game, but you don't have to. It doesn't require you to do it. But
you don't get the real ending if you collect everything.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure you get. I'm pretty sure you get the same ending because it's not that type of game. That's what it comes down to. So maybe you unlock something new, maybe a new cutscene, but
New Game Plus.
New Game Plus. But yes. The other game I started playing, which I am really enjoying, it's first off, before I even go there, I have a question for you, my friend.
All right.
Do you know the Muffin Man?
I know the Muffin Man.
Do you know Asobo Studio?
Asobo?
Asobo.
No.
Asobo Studios, believe it or not, has been around since around 2003, 2004. So this is not a new studio.
Okay.
I didn't know because this game seemed to have come out of nowhere. And even immediately I go, ooh, is this an indie game? Because this looks too good to be. Not that indie games are, what's the one from Ninja Theory? Senua's Sacrifice.
Yeah.
That was a gorgeous game. You know what I mean? So it's not to say that, but I was like,
that production value
were through the roof. And this one here also has intense, really good production value. It's called A Plague Tale Innocence, which is a weird name. It is developed by Asobo. And
I did see this. I have seen gameplay of this.
Yes. Impressive for a studio I'm not familiar with.
I did not know that it was that. I figured that it was an indie title, but like a group, like a strong team.
It has a publisher. It's Focus Home Interactive is the one who published it, so it's not completely independent, but probably not your normal situation.
Right.
For the record, the games that they've done mostly licensed game. Ratatouille for THQ, Wall-E for THQ.
Okay.
A lot of THQ stuff here. Ubisoft, Racket Sports Party, Toy Story 3, Woo! Monopoly Plus, Recore for Microsoft Studios.
Oh, they did Recore. Oh, wow.
Yeah. So again, they've been around. I started seeing the reviews of this, and I was just like, I was already interested from the trailer, but it's like I got to see reviews. I don't know who these people are. I'm not going to just jump into this. I didn't see reviews, but I started seeing the numbers, and I was like, buy. I was like, buying right now.
So was this what impulse to buy? Just the reviews or the fact that it was?
No, it was on my radar from the trailer. The trailer came out a while back, and I'm always looking at game trailers, and I'll just tag it and add it to a watch list.
Okay.
I literally call it games watch list, and I'll go through it. It's like, oh, this come out, and sometimes if I run into one that I already own that, delete. I don't need to keep watching this one. And so I've known that it's going to come out for a while, and it looked interesting, but I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know anything about Asobo, so I was like, we'll see. Then, like I said, it started coming out. Then I started seeing the review scores, and I'm going, whoa. I mean, we're not getting 10s, but we're getting 8s, nines. I'm like, whoa, this is something serious, you know? So I was like, doing it, you know what I mean? The game, so the game is a cross between many things. So it is, first of all, it is a third person action adventure puzzler.
Okay. You weren't kidding.
Yeah, action adventure puzzler.
They didn't see him thrown in there.
No, thank God, not yet.
Fighting game also.
There is, so it's third person. There are elements that remind me of Horizon Zero Dawn.
Nice.
There are elements that remind me of oh gosh, what's that one with the? It's a 3D puzzle. I can't think of it right now, but it's like a robot. You're in this weird island. Something.
You have it.
Follows theory.
Something.
Yeah.
I will find it for you because now. No, it's gonna take some time. So
anyway, it has elements of that. It also has elements of Last of Us, which is which is very interesting. In the sense that, you know, when you're hiding, because so here's a story. I guess I should probably start with the story. And this is obviously very early. I'm not going to spoil anything here, but essentially you play as a girl, Amisha. All right, and Anisha, I think is her name.
Does Anisha has amnesia?
No, she does not. And a boy is named Hugo. Right, that's her little brother, who for the most part, it takes place also in France during the Inquisition.
Okay,
so this is the time period that you're looking at, and so you play as her, and things happen at the very beginning where now you have to take your brother, and you're basically on the run. And so that's where the Last of Us thing comes in, where it's you and a younger person, and you are hiding mostly as opposed to fighting, right? Because she's a young girl. She's probably a young girl, if I had to guess the age, somewhere between 15 to 17 years old. The boy's anywhere between 8, maybe 9 years old. The Talos Principle, thank you. That was the puzzle elements of the Talos Principle.
Yes, the Talos Principle, a great game too.
It is a great game. Yes, Devolver Digital. Just saying.
Yeah.
So, and so anyway, so you're trying to. So you're first off, you're avoiding two things. You're avoiding the Inquisition, who are constantly after you. And the way you do that, you hide in tall grass, the way you did in Horizon, which is what first came to mind. You use little things to distract so that you can walk around them. You have to walk. You can't run because they will hear you.
Yay, stealth.
There's a lot of stealth, my friend. That's a lot of stuff.
My favorite.
To be fair, it's not a difficult game. However, I also enjoy stealth as opposed to use. So what I think is not difficult or annoying, you may find annoying. So
I enjoy a good stealth.
Okay. Yeah. So I have some video that I have of made. I haven't posted it yet because I was really worth saving it mostly, but I will, and you can kind of take a look at the gameplay. Cool. It is a very beautiful. So that's one thing you're holding. The other thing that gets introduced fairly early on are these plagued rats that are. When I say these are like demonic in sense, you know what I mean? Because they literally come out of the ground like. And they just start like flowing out. And then they are what you use to, first of all, you run, but if you also use fire to kind of just keep them back, right? So you're constantly using fire to make sure so you're going from one fire source to another, figuring out the puzzle to get you from one to another. It's done in a very smart way. The game is brutal in the sense that this is not a nice game. This is during a crazy time. Like I said, the Inquisition, when people were being killed, they were just being killed. It didn't matter what it was. It didn't matter who you were. It didn't matter child, adult, whatever, what I'm saying? You're being, so that right there, I mean, it all piles up into this amazing game that I freaking am definitely digging. Plus it's a meaty game. So for the record, the game is $50. So it's not a full price game, but it is not a $20 or $30 game. Like Senua's Sacrifice was actually $30 when it came out. Yeah. So
Senua's Sacrifice was a lot shorter though.
It was a lot shorter. Yeah. That was easily a 5 to 6 hour game. This, I am probably 5 to 6 hours in it. And I have not even seen a lot of the stuff that I've seen in the trailers. So wow. I don't know how far I'm into it. Of course, there is sometimes, trial and error. So that happens as well. But it's
Does
interesting.
it have gruesome deaths or anything like that?
It does have some gruesome, especially when the rats pile up on a person. Sometimes that's what you need to do. Like there'll be a guard and he's coming like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And then she has a weapon, but it's only like it's not a slingshot, but it's this thing. It'll carry a pebble, but she swings it.
It's got
a sling. I guess it's just a sling. Yeah. So you'll sling it at the light that he's carrying, the lantern, so it bursts, and he's standing over an area that's surrounded by rats, and then rats just freaking take him down. You know what I mean? And it's pretty gruesome. And there's sometimes a decision has to be made where you're like, it's us or them. You know what I mean? So, and it's like it's pretty cool. Wow. The acting is very well done. The kid was a little annoying to me at first. You know what I mean, Hugo. But
most children are.
True. But no, eventually you kind of start to feel for him because you know what I mean. He was also a troubled kid. There's something about the kid that hasn't been revealed yet in the story, but something's going. It gets mentioned early on, so it's not really a spoiler. But I haven't reached.
He's Atlas.
He could be. Yeah. He could be.
He's Fontaine.
Yes, he is. He is Frank Fontaine as a boy in the countryside of France. So I honestly haven't finished it, but I just want to get right back into it because it's really, really good. And again, an amazing looking game. Completely like caught me off guard. Like I was expecting it to be interesting, didn't know it was going to be like this. Graphically looks really well. I mean, we're not talking, when I say Last of Us, we're not saying this is Last of Us.
Right.
But it is very sure. But it is very good for what it is.
Yeah.
And the story is really, really well done. It's acted really well done. You don't have it in French because it is French. However, you have French accents. It's really feels like you're in that area. And it's cool. If I had to make a complaint, I would say that the rats sometimes look a little funny. Like they're literally like just kind of piling on each other, and it's just like, is this what they would do? You know what I mean? It's so weird. But
it's
obviously,
a huge rats orgy coming towards you.
Just coming, just you know, it's like, wow, what the hell? But let me tell you, you kind of know certain things that you'll know that okay, like you're standing here, there's a door over there, like. All right, I'm pretty sure as I run through here, things are going to be happening. You know what I mean? So those type of things is typical.
As we would train as gamers
exactly.
already.
So, but it is a lot of fun.
That's cool. I did not expect it to be that meaty.
I didn't think so either.
Yeah.
Dude. I did not think so either. And that's another thing that's so surprising. I was a little taken back by the price when I first saw it. I was like, oh, I'm going to get it. And then I look, I was like, $49.99. You better be good. You know, I was like, screw it, you know. And
nice.
Yeah. So honestly, yes, it was a chance, but I was like, you know what? I sometimes you got to, you know what I mean? And sometimes
that's how you discovered, your best experiences. Yeah.
Correct, exactly.
Yeah.
And this is so random, so out of the blue. I just never expected it. It was so interesting. So that I'm still playing. So I'm not really playing anything else. I did watch a couple movies, and I'm just gonna kind of go real quick through them here. First and foremost,
Pulp Fiction. You finally saw it.
You realize you're just angering
I know.
everyone else. not just chaos.
I troll.
And me.
I troll.
You're just angering everybody. Everybody who's like, motherfucker, watch the movie. I don't even know which one to start with here. So I'm going to start with Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel, you saw it.
I did see Captain Marvel.
Awesome. We can finally feel free to talk about, you know what? Shall we
What? Spoil it?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, no. Yeah.
Okay.
It's still fairly recent.
All right. I'm sure. I mean, I want to know.
However, if you didn't watch it before Endgame, do you really want to?
Exactly. I mean, do you need to?
Yeah. Everyone who's literally right now who's going to the theater goes because they're still there. Captain Marvel or Endgame. No, I'm gonna go watch Endgame again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they really cut their own feet right there. But anyway,
too early, too close.
Exactly, way too close. Yeah. So Captain Marvel. Where do I begin with this movie? First off, I didn't really care for it.
There you go.
So I'll start there.
Yeah, let's start with that.
We
don't have to go into spoilers, but we could be a little loosey.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not going to go specifics, but I'm not going to.
We could, yeah.
But the movie itself, unfortunately, is very
bad.
No. It's very just so mediocre. It's like mediocre.
Yes.
It's this possible that it is a possibility because this thing where sometimes a bad movie is still better than a mediocre one. Well, this is the perfect case of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because a bad movie you can almost laugh at, and I have some enjoyment at how bad it is.
Yeah.
This is so mediocre that you don't have no feeling going in or coming out of it. You know what I mean?
It's not too hot. It's not cold. It's just warm.
Yeah. It's 2 hours we sat in front of the TV and said, sure, why not?
There was nothing here that we could either laugh at or be surprised and taken aback by.
There were a couple moments, specifically with her friend, her Earth friend that La Morena, where it was. I was like, she brought a little bit to the table there. I was just like, oh man, this is a cool moment. But the rest of the time, this felt, and I think you mentioned this, which is why it's humorous that I'm saying this now because I'm probably repeating you. This feels like Marvel Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the very first half of the season 1.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like before it started getting good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
this is a movie that predecessors or pre whatever Endgame.
Yeah.
So you're expecting like, oh my god, I need to watch this because this is the moment before Endgame.
Yeah.
Even though really because it doesn't take place, chronologically.
Correct. My wife cleared something up for me because I was just like, to her, we finished watching the movie and I was like, there was really no point of this movie. I didn't see anything. Like she said, my wife who doesn't know comics or anything or like that, she goes, well, to be fair, I don't know how she got her powers. And I didn't really know who she was when we saw her in the other, because she saw Endgame already with me.
Yeah.
And she was just like, so it was kind of, interesting to know where it came from. So I was like, okay, sure.
Yeah.
I guess, I could have just told you because I knew what her powers were. I didn't know how she got them.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this is canon. And if it is, they could have rewrote this because this is a dumb way of getting your or not a dumb way. I take that back. A very uninteresting way of getting your powers. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that said, I don't really have anything else to say about this movie other than it exists.
What do you think about No Doubt?
The No Doubt.
The fighting scene where suddenly No Doubt I'm Just a Girl starts playing.
Honestly, that was already a problem before that. All right, and in the sense that, so I'm okay. I am okay with I don't want to say product placement, but we'll call it product placement. I'm okay with you giving me the background as to where we are in time.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I get you. All right. I, as a moviegoer, am not dumb, though. You know what I mean? Yeah. I know just by looking at Samuel Jackson and Coulson, or I should say Nick Fury and Agent Coulson, that we are clearly in the past. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And sure, you want to throw in Blockbuster Video.
You see Blockbuster.
Why not? Yeah, we'll go. Now, every so often, a song comes on, which really doesn't add to the scene, other than to say, hey, by the way, we're still in the 90s. Yeah. Just letting you know.
Yeah.
And that happens frequently. It happens frequently with many things. Her ability to call from a payphone.
Using the payphone and suddenly like setting it up in a way.
She's plugging stuff.
Yeah,
and it's
she's
like,
plugging stuff and suddenly it's intergalactic.
Yeah, suddenly, yes.
Yeah.
A ship that's taking 12 hours to get to Earth, she can reach via this phone.
Yes.
Don't ask me how.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
So anyway, like I said, I not, and of course the whole Samuel Jackson, or excuse me, Nick Fury eye thing, ridiculously. And again, I already knew I had gotten spoiled because I didn't even care.
Yeah.
And even seeing it is like, wow, that's even more dumb
Yeah.
than I was picturing. And I thought I had the worst possible scenario. So it is.
It is so unearned, so like disrespectful to a cool character, you know. Which,
Yeah, because he's nothing like that later on.
And I get it. People were saying like, well, no, he was a rookie around this time.
He wasn't a rookie.
And, well,
He was not a rookie.
Not a rookie, but he was like
Colson was a rookie. Yeah,
Colson was a rookie. He was not a rookie, but he was.
It was before that mission.
Fury,
Yeah.
But he was acting Nick Fury
Mm-hmm.
completely unlike any Nick Fury of any era that you would have posted it. You know.
Yeah.
You know, even as a child, I cannot imagine Nick Fury being this dumb.
Correct. Exactly.
You know, he's like, oh, this kid again. It's like, the hell is happening
I have
to
no
you?
idea.
It's like they wrote a different character for him.
Yeah. So, waste of time.
Yes, total 100%.
I'm glad I didn't pay for it, and I did not. I did not pirate it.
No.
I just used a specific program that is legal. Apparently, I don't know how it works, but I got to see it.
Probably not. So we're not going to mention the name of the
We're not
program,
going to mention the name.
Probably not.
But hey, I'll tell you one thing. It came pre-installed in my TV, so obviously it has to be fine.
Oh, there you go.
You
So
know?
that works.
Yes.
Okay.
So
that's all right. That's legit. Someone paid for that,
Exactly.
or someone's getting sued out of their asses.
yes, exactly. So anyway, I saw that.
So
and
where? Okay. So now we can complete your list. Where in the list is it?
This is where we left it. Right above Guardian Galaxy 2. Number 20.
20.
Yeah, number 20.
20.
So
Yeah.
there you go.
Wow.
And I had already said, I was like, you know what? I don't have to move this anywhere.
No.
Because there's nothing I can think of that would go.
It sounds really bad from what you say. Yep, it is.
Yeah. So I saw that. And then I finally saw this one's a little bit odd. And I don't want to hear it. I will be proud of this. Okay.
Hey,
I saw
your name, so you can.
I saw Mary Poppins Returns.
Oh, you saw it?
Yes, I did.
Oh, okay. I saw that
my
movie like 3 times.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, so you obviously love it, right? So,
I love Mary Poppins. The actress that plays Mary Poppins on it.
yes, Emily Blunt is a beautiful woman.
She is a goddess.
And she is definitely like, to think Julie Andrews from the 1964 version.
Yeah.
Okay. To think who would we fit today? It's like I would never even thought Emily Blunt, and then you look at it, and you go, of course, Emily Blunt.
Yeah,
why
of
not?
course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this obviously is if you anybody. First of all, I watched the original Mary Poppins. I'll be completely honest with you guys right now. I freaking love the original Mary Poppins. I love everything about it.
Well,
I
there you
knew
go.
most of the songs. My sister and I watched that shit as kids like craziness.
There
Okay.
you go.
So here I am watching this one, and I'm enjoying this one as well. But
Really?
I did enjoy it. It is not. It is definitely not as good as the first one.
No.
And when I say that, keep in mind that the first one holds more of a nostalgic point in my
True.
heart than anything else. So, that said, the music here is nowhere near as catchy as the original stuff. And not to say that is bad. It is actually sticks pretty close to that original stuff. I think it would have, because this is actually a sequel to the original. In the original, the father here is a child in the original. The father and the sister who are older, they were kids in the original. And it references a lot of those things. So if you've seen the original, you got a little appreciation for it as well. However, I was impressed with a lot of things. Emily Blunt. I was also impressed with seeing Lin-Manuel Miranda, who played the light what do they call them? The Lears or whatever.
Yeah. What do you call them?
I don't know. They turn on and off the street lights in London.
Yeah, there you go. There you
Whatever those are called.
The lighters.
The lighters.
Yeah,
We'll call them the lighters. He
Yeah,
was
good.
pretty great. This is a Puerto Rican guy.
Yeah.
He's the one who wrote and directed and did everything for Hamilton. He's the same.
Really?
That's him.
For your musical.
That is
For
the
your
same
favorite
dude.
musical?
Yes.
Really? Wow.
He did that. He's done. It's one of those things where I see something like that, I'm like, you know what? Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Because we see it all the time.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you see, your Spanish folk acting crazy sometimes on the news and stuff. You're like, oh, thanks, guys. You know what I mean? But when you see this, this is one of those, you man.
Makes you feel proud.
Yeah. It's like this dude is making it. He's doing stuff. He has he has this awesome musical mind. He actually wrote the one song that they did with the lights when they were kind of hanging off the
I was going to ask you, did he have
that? He did just that one. He only did that one.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Which, to be fair, is one of the better ones of this particular thing. There was another one was pretty cool, but overall, my point is to say it's enjoyable. If you didn't like the first one, this is not going to change your mind because it's very similar to. It also follows a very similar pattern to the first one.
Yeah, you go like the fact that you go into the imaginary world,
the imaginary cartoon world.
And,
it obviously looks a lot better here compared to. Although we watched a couple of scenes from the old one. I was like, you know what? For 1964, they did all right. They did all right. So anyway, definitely enjoyed that. But unfortunately, not as good as the first one. So
okay, all right. Well, maybe we'll close that out on the third one when she finishes the trilogy.
When she returns.
The Mary Poppins Strikes Back.
And we are back, guys, and it is time for our trailer of the week.
Somebody turned it on too soon.
Perfect, yeah. Our trailer of the week, guys, is a little indie title. Is it indie? I'm not even sure.
Why you're setting it up like that? Now it sounds like it.
Oh, yeah. I'm not even sure if it's indie. But little title called Luce, and it is spelled Luce.
Yes.
And it stars Naomi Watts, Octavia Spencer, Tim Roth, and a young gentleman by the name of Kelvin Harrison Jr., the titular character, Luce Edgar. We saw the trailer, sir. What did you think of that? I don't know.
We had a selection of movies, and this trailer was the one that, first of all, hilarious. The fact that when trailer was presented, I was like, we already seen this trailer because it has
Octavia Spencer.
What's her name?
Octavia Spencer.
Yeah, which it's a character, it's a lead on the movie Ma.
Yeah,
right. And I thought that was it. I thought it was gonna be that movie, but no, this actually happens to be another movie which is starring in that
also looks like she's maybe a little crazy.
Yeah, it makes you wonder because it's of all the trailers that we saw, this is the one that let you with, okay, I need to know what's going on
Who
here.
is really the bad?
Yeah, who's really the villain here? Yeah.
It's interesting. So if you saw the trailer, you see that there's some small racial undertones in it. Octavia Spencer being either a teacher or a guidance counselor within a school. She feels she's being attacked by someone who is considered to be the model student, which is Luce, who is also an African American, and in his case, he was raised by a Caucasian mother and father. No details as to whether it was definitely there. Obviously, that's not their kid, but they obviously raised him from a young age. So, no details as to how that upbringing happened, other than the fact that clearly he's a great student.
Yeah.
And so that becomes the thing. And suddenly you're wondering, is Octavia's character not happy with him because he's that? Or maybe she wants to remind him, hey, don't forget where you come from. Or are we supposed to believe that? And Luce is actually a little bit of a Lucifer.
Yeah, exactly,
you know what I mean?
Exactly. Which in the name itself,
yes,
it makes you think like,
yes,
nice try, movie. But I know, you know that I know. But I think
you know that I
know that you know, and therefore you're creating a movie because you know that I know that you know that I know.
Exactly. I mean, I could not have said it better myself.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. Exactly. It's genius.
It is genius. Definitely a good trailer. Of course, we will post that on the group. We did want to shine a light on a runner-up that actually It's already technically out. It's available on Netflix,
Yeah.
and the trailer came out a while back. And for some reason, I think you were away or something happened. I never actually got to show it to you, and it was you'll always be my maybe.
always be my maybe. Yeah.
And it's on Netflix.
Yeah.
Actually came out to the theaters, limited release to the theaters as well, which looks hilarious.
It looks hilarious. It looks funny. It looks like I mean, obviously this type of romantic comedy or rom-com.
Rom-com. It's definitely a rom-com. That's no.
But it does look interesting. It doesn't look like a throwaway rom-com.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I'm actually happy to see that that's already on Netflix. It was out on selected movie theaters. I also like the fact that we're seeing. I don't know if it's an influx suddenly, but there's certainly a lot more movie with Asian characters.
Yes,
maybe
in the
Asian actors
mm-hmm.
on starting roles, and like that's really cool. That is something that is I encourage.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah. I would love to see. I want to see that movie because it does look funny. It does look like something to watch with the wifey or with the girlfriend or
stars
significant other.
Ali Wong, who actually is a comedian. She actually has a couple of stand-up comedies on Netflix, believe it or not. Randall Park is the other actor, and then of course a bunch of side actors there. But it looks pretty funny.
Yeah.
And I wanted to share it with them. I want to share it with Dream Twister and Mrs. Twister because I was like, you guys got to see it because I have a feeling you haven't seen it, and I think you guys will enjoy this.
Yeah. I love Crazy Rich Asians. So
there you go.
This looks like a different take on that.
Actually, because there's a little bit of money talking.
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
All right, guys, let's get into some news items, and we've got some. First of all, we have a lot of little bits and pieces coming in now, but I want to start right off the top with some news that I realized I didn't tag now. What the hell? Ninja Theory's next game, Bleeding Edge. Bleeding Edge, excuse me, appears to have leaked ahead of E3.
Yeah.
This is coming from Polygon. E3 trailer for Ninja Theory's next game to be shown at Microsoft keynote on Sunday appears to have already leaked, according to a silent shaky cam video captured by the Swedish blogger Xboxer.
Xboxer. Okay.
It is a 4-on-4 multiplayer melee combat game called Bleeding Edge. Side note here, I'm a little disappointed that Ninja Theory, who are obviously good at the single player game, being acquired by Microsoft, and I'm like, yes, bring good single player stuff to Microsoft. And this is a 4-on-4 multiplayer combat game.
This is
I mean, we'll see. Is this a leak? Who knows? Maybe.
And this is the only project that they have? Probably.
There are small studios, so yeah.
Yeah.
The minute-long video shows teams of exceptionally stylized heroes and adversaries duking it out in a colorful futuristic setting. Combatants have blunt weapons, saw blades, big swords, and axes with some ranged weapons like a minigun thrown into. Microsoft announced at E3 of last year that it had acquired Ninja Theory, the makers of Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice, DMC, Devil May Cry, and of course a couple of before that. And of course, look forward to see, I guess, the actual reveal of this this Sunday at 4:30 Eastern Standard Time. What is EDT? That's not Eastern Standard Time.
Eastern Daylight
Time. Yeah. It's on Sunday.
It's gonna be Sunday.
We'll recap that for you. So.
I mean, I agree. I'm kind of disappointed a little bit to hear it does this direction where they're going. I don't think this is something that Microsoft mandates. Like, okay, now you're gonna walk. This is gonna be your project. Develop it.
True.
Obviously they have their idea.
They just announced it last year,
right.
And if they already got as far as having this type of gameplay, this was already in the
works. Yeah. It's just like you mentioned, after Senua's Sacrifice, you kind of expect, okay, we're gonna receive single player titles, possibly exclusive for for Xbox, more than likely, that are that are badly needed. Because there's not many of those.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, no. If
that's
it's gonna
not the
be, and from the sound of it, it almost seems like a hero. It's gonna be like a hero shooter type of gaming.
4-on-4. That's what it looks like.
Yeah. I'm not down with that.
That's what it looks and sounds like. Unfortunately,
I hope that's just some wrong information. To be honest with you, I hope that
some fake news, guys. Yeah. We're hoping for fake news.
I'm hoping for fake news. Yeah. You know what? It's not fake news. Actually, it is Google Stadia.
Oh yes,
which arrives this November. Yeah, it is this year, and it'll cost. Well, it wouldn't cost anything unless you want to pay for it. For the Founders Edition, $120 if you want to get involved on it at launch.
$129.
$129 is it?
That's what I have here. $129.99. Is that what you have?
Oh, I'm sorry. I have it in pounds. I'm sorry. freaking Eurogamer.
Europeans.
I can't do the conversion in my head. Google, a much anticipated game streaming service Stadia, will be arriving this November. However, it'll cost $129, like you mentioned, to get involved at launch with the free Stadia service, not expected until sometime next year. I need clarification on this because I don't know if this was this is actually the case or not. So that means if you want to play Stadia this year, your only option is to get the subscription. Well, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. So, so you could get for like I said for $129.99 the Founders Edition bundle, which includes a Chromecast Ultra hardware for the 4K and HDR streaming, a limited edition Night Blue controller, a 3-month subscription to Stadia Pro, a 3-month Stadia Pro subscription for a friend, known as the Buddy Pass.
You gotta love that.
And first dip on a Stadia name. So the Stadia Pro subscription, which will cost $9.99 US dollars, is it's a monthly service. It's a monthly fee basically.
Yeah, like Game Pass. Yeah,
like Game Pass. Yeah, exactly. And it is the only way to stream games at 4K 60 frames per second with HDR and 5.1 surround sound. And of course, this actually will require that you have internet with download speeds around 35 megabits per second.
Oh, okay.
Which
I was gonna say 35 what?
35 megabits per second.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, considering especially our no longer neutral internet that we have in the United States of America, this could be problematic for a lot of people. A lot of people that are either they still have low. Well, I wouldn't call it slow because you have a 20 megabits per second service. That's fast enough for everything. That could get you
mostly everything.
That could get you HD.
As long as you don't have multiple
movies.
things happening at once. But yeah.
But you will have to have quite a few devices, And at that point, if you do have that amount of devices, you probably have a higher tier,
one, yeah.
But and even if you have a $40 the 40 megabits per second, say for example, one device sucking up 35 megabits of that, it is quite hefty. Not to mention the data caps.
Yeah.
The data caps are in this thing.
They're a real thing.
They're a real thing. Here in the States, and that could actually pretty much kill your bandwidth. And your access overall. So and I was kind of on board with. Oh yeah, this is awesome. I mean, I still think that technology is awesome. Don't get me wrong, but I was very impressed to hear. Oh yeah, 4K video, HDR, which believe it or not, having HDR takes a lot more bandwidth. That's why there are HDMI specifications that are required for you to be able to display HDR on an HDR TV. So the bandwidth requirement for HDR is more. On top of that, you put in 5.1 surround sound, which is even more information.
Yep.
On top of the game
Hence
data
the 35,
4K.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So when I was hearing 25 megabits per second, which was the number that we're touting originally,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, that's actually quite good. That means that they have the compressions down, and if they can pull that off, it's that's quite a feat. But 35. I mean, it's still good. It's still kind of impressive. But I'm hoping that they could tighten that a little bit more, and they will as the year passes.
As time goes by.
Because the technology, they will discover better compression service.
Keep that in mind, early adopters.
Yeah.
That you're gonna run into issues, early on.
Well, now
chances are. I mean, I guess technically, if there's a price behind it, and there's also a minimum, maybe you don't run into too many problems.
Yeah, I'm thinking now, if the official launch, let's say if you're telling me that the Stadia for everybody is not going to be available until next year, then I don't think the early adopters have anything to worry about. Unless this system ends up being that bad. When I say the system, I mean the ecosystem, which I doubt it, because it's Google, and Google so far has been delivering us. They deliver us Android, they deliver us YouTube, they deliver us, of course, our searches, and the internet runs on Google basically. So I have I have all the confidence. If I were to put money, I will even dare to the fact that they can pull it off.
So are you going to get the early adopter, sir? I just want to know.
Sir, I just did.
Oh!
Well, one of us needs to prove it, and it's not going to be you.
You're right.
You're not an early adopter of anything ever.
Nope.
Someone has to take that.
I did that once, and that was with the damn Nintendo 64. So I learned my lesson.
You learned your lesson there. You learned your lesson. I put my money, because the way I saw it was like, well, I don't have a good Chromecast. I have the first generation Chromecast. I can use a 4K Chromecast, which comes automatically with it. Mm-hmm. Plus obviously the controller. It has my buddy pass, which I'm gonna hand to my buddy over here.
Hey.
3 months.
All right, I can give it a shot. I can.
That way you could try it.
Well,
yeah, you could try. You could put it. You could use your PlayStation controller and see how it works. And we'll give it a shot. We'll give it a test to see how this ends up.
I'm going to use everything but my TV.
Everything.
I'm going to use my phone. I mean, honey, give me your iPhone. Let me use the iPhone.
Well, actually,
I'm going to use.
That's the problem. The phones might be a problem, because right now the Stadia is only going to work. This is
on PC?
No, on phones. I mean, on PCs, obviously, any PC, any console probably. Anything that have access to Chrome will run it. Mm-hmm. But on phones, they limit it to the Pixel 3 and 3A.
Oh, their own phones.
Exactly. Uh-huh. Which was like, guys, what the fuck?
Well, it is early.
It's like, what the hell? I'm going to go to Stadia.com, because I tagged this news early enough where the information was not clear. It was not announced, and there has been a lot more information on it. By the way, you go to the Stadia.
Yeah, it's very cool.
To the Stadia website. It's kind of cool when you scroll down the way it presents everything. It shows like a game, and then
it's just letting you know, hey, this will stream this cleanly no matter where you're at.
And it shows you no waiting for game download. 60 frames per second, 4K resolution, HDR5.
And I hope they hit this. That's all I'm gonna say.
Now here are the details, and you can actually go, if you go to Stadia.com, you can see this calculation, this map. There's actually a way that you can even test your connection at home to see how well you prepare for it, if you were so inclined and interested. So it basically says to stream, you can stream as low as 720p, 60 frames per second, and stereo sound with a 10 megabit per second connection. So it's not bad, know.
Yeah. That's very low. So
yeah. For 1080p. With HDR, 60 frames per second, and 5.1 surround, at least 20 megabits per second, And then when you go to 4K, that's when you are looking to, it's best if you have 35
I'm at 100,
per second.
so.
You'll be golden on that. If you test the connection, it'll, there's a button there you can press and it'll check it out for you. One of the free games you were going to be getting with your Stadia Pro
package.
Is that,
yeah.
Is that what this was?
The Stadia Pro, yeah.
Yeah, with that
you did. That's the $9.99.
As a $9.99 a month, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You do get free games, and the only one that has been announced so far is the first one that's going to come out, which is the Destiny 2 The Collection, which is basically Destiny 2 with all with all the expansions that they have come out and all the things that have come out. More games will become available for purchase. Those games include Dragon Ball, Xenoverse 2, Doom Eternal, Wolfenstein Youngblood, Destiny, like we mentioned, Grid, Baldur's Gate 3, which was recently announced, and right now, I mean, it's not a Stadia exclusive, but so far it has only been announced in Stadia. But we know this coming for at least PC and some other things, because it's Baldur's Gate 3. I mean, Metro Exodus, Thumper, Final Fantasy 15, Rage 2, the Tomb Raider trilogy, Samurai Showdown, Football Manager 2020, Get Packed, the Elder Scrolls Online, Glyph, which actually, if you haven't had the opportunity, not Glyph, Guild. If you haven't had the opportunity to see that trailer, I think that this game is right up your alley.
Guild,
yeah.
Right,
So the Crew 2 for some reason, the Division 2
because Ubisoft has
because Ubisoft. Division 2, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Ghost Recon Breakpoint, Just Dance, NBA 2K, Borderlands 3, Farming Simulator at 19, Mortal Kombat 11, Darksiders, the new one, which I don't recall the name because it is cutting over here. Anyway, there's a few titles, but of course there's gonna be more that are gonna be announced at E3, and you don't be surprised if you start seeing those games and you start seeing the logos and you see the Stadia logo there. It's like, oh, look who's there,
Look who's joined the fray.
Look who's exactly. So yeah, that the Stadia controller, I really hope it's good and doesn't turn out being another Ouya controller, because my freaking god, the Ouya controller was terrible.
Yeah,
terrible.
I'm sure it's not going to be that. I just hope. I hope it's.
It doesn't look like it. It looks solid, actually.
It does look solid.
It looks solid, and it comes.
Photoshopping also works on
that's true.
Stuff,
the Ouya controller also looked really nice when you first saw it, and then yikes! I'm trying to see, because there were 3 controllers, because you could get, hold on, let me see, body pad. It's not here. Anyway, there are different controller colors, and one of them they call it wasabi.
Oh god!
So it was like white, black, and wasabi. I don't know.
Is it green?
It's like white and green. You know what? I'm gonna pull that up right now.
It up, yeah.
Let's see. Stadia controller
wasabi
colors. Wasabi.
Well, you should have just put wasabi.
I should have put wasabi, right?
Yeah.
Wasabi. I don't know how to spell wasabi.
There it
wasabi.
is. Wasabi.
Wasabi.
Oh, okay. So, I see it there.
So there you go. Fold
it is wasabi.
Yeah, it is?
It is.
Does that look like a wasabi?
It's a light green. That's what wasabi looks like.
Oh, okay, there you go. I don't know why this thing is
just click the image, man. The image of the light green one. There you go. Look at it.
There you go.
It has to be the wasabi. It's the only one that looks like wasabi.
I was trying to look for the name of the colors, but anyway, that's the thing with the Google Stadia.
We'll share the wasabi with you guys.
See
Don't worry about
how hot it is when it comes out. And I don't know what do you think? What's your thought on it? So far.
Honestly,
I know we talked about it before. But
we did.
Give me a remind.
As far as my expectations on it is, I'm in a wait and see mode. You know what I mean? It is. I just don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely in a wait and see mode and see what it is, how the connectivity and all that stuff essentially works.
Okay, so you're not on the hate camp.
I'm not on the hate camp. No, I'm not hating on it.
You're
at
also
all.
not on the this is gonna kill game consoles as we know it.
I am definitely not on that either. And no offense to either camp, you're both wrong. So, just FYI.
Like, what does he have? What does he have to die the way that now I want to see. This is one of the reasons why I'm very excited to see what what Microsoft has to on the press conference. Not because, listen, Xbox screwed the pooch already. They disappointed this generation. So there's nothing that they could bring to the last vestiges of this generation that will get me excited. Not even Gears. Not even nothing. All right, I'll play Gears 5 on my PC. All right. That said, I am super ultra curious to know about this this streaming console, or if it's even gonna be a console, or what is it that it's gonna do that will have to be so different, because we already know that Sony. It doesn't look like they're playing the streaming service. They'll have it. It's probably going to be secondary. They'll offer it like, hey, yes, of course, we have PlayStation. We'll have PlayStation now for a while. We've been streaming since Gaikai. But that's not their game. Nor will they have the infrastructure to
not Google's infrastructure,
something like that.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Not that they couldn't have improved on it throughout the years that we don't know about, but they don't have Google's capital.
It doesn't look like. They don't need to like I don't think suddenly they're gonna be opening data centers and content delivery services in different places around the world just to service that. I think Google is doing it because we already have data centers here. We can just put a couple of new blades there and have it,
and we're good to go.
And we're good to go. And then Microsoft could also see the same thing. They already have the infrastructure on it. Let's just repurpose this old Office 365 subscription computer to play Xbox games.
Wow.
And stream them because it can. But it can. Sony is like, well, we got Gaikai. We got a bunch of PlayStation pasted together, which is literally what the
military.
No. The PlayStation. Funny, you went to the military. No. What they did. The PlayStation. They were using PlayStation 3, because of the cell processor. But the PlayStation Now for the PlayStation 3 games is just that. A bunch of PlayStation 3s, at least the cores, of it put together as servers. So that's I don't know.
It could be done. I mean, I like I said, I'm in the wait and see camp.
Yeah.
No, and I don't doubt that it will be something interesting. I just don't. First of all, I have to see how it works. Everybody's saying, "Oh man, it worked great." Yeah, but you don't have millions of people on it right now. Right. So let's get to that. Let's see how it looks, and then we can.
We do have millions and millions of people on YouTube.
And I get you. It does, but it's not very interactive.
Yeah, it's true. It's not. It's not delivering 4K to everybody.
And on top of that, being interactive, and then the 5.1 stereo, and then the HDR.
Yeah.
That's a big thing. So.
Google's also big.
Yeah,
they own your phone.
They sure
you own your phone.
As far as I'm concerned, I own this now.
You have a license to use the Google, the Android service.
We'll go with that.
You have to to Google. Pay homage.
$129.99. Yes, $129. 120 pounds, guys.
Can't even play your Stadia on your Samsung.
Not yet.
Your Samsung is not powerful enough for the power of the Stadia. Boy, where did I leave Apple?
Oh, gosh.
You will never play a Stadia game on Apple.
No, you will not. God.
Speaking of which, if I might sidetrack a little bit for it.
Sure.
This is not something I expected to follow 100%, but Apple had their WDC keynote, as they usually have around this time every year, and they were showing a bunch of changes. We're not going to go on this on here because this is not an Apple podcast. But they show a new Mac Pro, basically, which is super. It's stupid expensive, And you say, well, who the hell's gonna spend money on that? Well, the people that make
the zombies,
money out of it.
The zombies are going to spend money.
Well, no, this is actually a machine I don't think the zombies could afford. This is actually,
and yet they're going to find a way.
This is obviously this is not for the consumers. This is actually for professionals, for people, for
business.
companies that hey, I'm making a movie. I'm Pixar basically. That's what this are for. But then they released this crazy monitor, $5,000 monitor. Now the monitor is gorgeous, don't get me wrong, and it is super calibrated and professional, yada yada. But it's, at the end of the day, it's a fucking monitor. It is $5,000 for this monitor. That I don't think it's not 8K or anything like that. We have 8K monitors. $5,000 for this monitor. Yeah. This monitor does not come with a stand to stand on, Because this stand, if you want to have a proper stand for it and not just a stand that you will put on, a thing to put it to mount it to the wall, what they call a Visa stand, you have to pay $999 for a fucking stand. Again, I'm not talking about the price of the monitor. The price of the monitor is already $5,000. If you want to stand the monitor up,
not on the wall,
not on the wall. If you want to
stand.
have it on an actual stand,
without
you can
actually
pivot and you can,
without leaning it against something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
$1,000. All right. There are monitors that are better suited for the work that this monitor is offering to do that cost less, if not at least that amount. This is the last straw. I am renouncing here Apple altogether. I am not getting this piece of shit iPhone that is gorgeous and it has the best usability they can use compared to a freaking Android. But I don't want to be that type of people, the type of person that says, "Oh, sure, it's the $5,000. The $5,000 monitor does not come with a stand, but that's okay." As I saw on a headline, literally,
this is literally the same hubris Sony had when they said, "Don't worry, our gamers will get 2 jobs.
Yes.
We don't even need games to sell this console."
I know.
This is exactly the same hubris.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so good job, Apple.
Yeah, good job. They lost me.
Congratulations, zombies.
I will live. And this is not Apple enthusiasts. We're not trying to insult you. It's not you. I like the iPhone. I like the iPhone ecosystem better than Android because I realize that to me, my own opinion, that is different than and completely 100% opposite to Mad Dog. It does things in a better sense, in a better way, in a more natural way than in a more restrictive way. Also, you will agree with at least that. Than Android. But I don't want to support this type of company anymore. So I will live the Android life. Apple won't get a penny of me anymore because fuck them. It's ridiculous. Right? That was just ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
There was one time, you remember back in the day of the iPod.
Yes.
They don't do iPods anymore. They do, but they don't.
They exist still.
They exist, but it's not featured anywhere. You have to dig on the website for them. They announced Apple socks. I'm not kidding you. Apple socks were this little fabrics that you use to put your iPhone into your iPod into to protect it, sort of to protect it, which was literally a sock. It was a sock.
Yeah, a sock.
$30 for it.
Let me guess, it was just one.
And it was just one, exactly. $30 for it. dude.
Good job,
Fuck
Apple.
this company.
My next piece is another leak, guys, because let's be real, E3 is a leaky ship this year.
It is. Well, every year.
But God, it's happening a lot this year. They've plugged a lot of holes into this one. Just saying.
Well, now most of those things are used.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Yes, this is clearly on purpose, but I'm just saying. Some point they want to own the mind share.
Yeah.
If we only own 2 hours of it, so be it.
So be it. Yes.
E3 leak reveals From Software's George R.R. Martin game, Eldin Ring, along with some other news. Bandai Namco's E3 lineup appears to have leaked ahead of the annual gaming show, revealing new titles, Eldin Ring, the collaboration between Dark Souls studio From Software and author George R.R. Martin, Tales of the Arise, the next game in the fantasy role-playing franchise, and Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the Witch Remastered. This leak appeared to be the source from a security vulnerability on Bandai Namco's website, leading to screenshots and descriptions of each game finding their way onto Reset Era forums.
Really? So,
yes. Good job, guys. Good job.
Okay.
Eldin Ring is said to be From Software's largest game to date and a fantasy action RPG adventure set within a world created by Miyazaki and George R.R. Martin, which, of course, you guys know him as the author of A Song of Ice and Fire series. Logo previously appeared before. You probably have seen that already. Tales of Arise is, of course, another action role-playing game set in the Tales series, featuring a new cast of characters, updated combat, classic Tales of gameplay mechanics, and, of course, they include the description in the Reset Era article. Finally, Ni no Kuni, Wrath of the White Witch Remastered is set to be an updated version to Level 5's role-playing game for PlayStation 4, Windows PC, Xbox One. A version of the game is also apparently coming to the Switch. So much for those leaks there, my friend.
Yes, and I was gonna keep it in the
leaky ship,
in the leaky shit. Yeah, ship actually, because this is not shit by any means. But I just realized that Ubisoft went ahead of me and just announced this thing.
Oh, nice.
So the news had come 4 days ago about Watch Dogs Legion.
Yes.
Set to be set in London. Of course, this is all news now because the game has actually been revealed. But for those who don't know, the product there was a product description page on Amazon UK that listed Watch Dogs Legion as being set in a near future dystopian version of London. It's a post-Brexit world in which society, politics, and technology have changed and altered London's fortune. London is one of the most iconic cities in the world and has had a massive influence in all of Western culture for centuries. London makes total sense for Watch Dogs, as the city has one of the highest surveillance levels in the world, making this a perfect playground. So we talked about this actually. We actually mentioned precisely that.
That is a good location for it.
A good location for it. Yeah. So the according to Kotaku claims that this leak is, well, obviously is accurate because it was announced. But there was a little bit more details I was hoping to find. But basically, there was a detail that you could play. It says that you could play as anyone, which is like, okay, so that are you saying that you can pick your character from the world, and depending on the character you pick, you will find other characters, and interact with them? Or are you talking about just simply creating your own avatar, which is a lot less exciting, because you could do that on many, many games, including open world games. So, but if it's, say, for example, I play as, one of the NPCs, John Tiger, and John Tiger,
name.
Yeah, thank you. It's a script that I'm working on for Hollywood. And John Tiger is an NPC that if I would have been playing as someone else, I would have met him and his, what he's doing and all that. But me playing as him now, I get to meet other people and the outcome is different and all that. So this is me speculating, because the language, when they say, "Oh, you can play as anyone," that's what comes to mind. Because the other alternative is too who cares?
Yeah.
If it's just you can create your own character, and
just say
you
that,
can choose your voice. You can have different. Yeah, you can have different voice actors.
If I'm not mistaken, I do remember reading that it is you can choose between a woman and a male. So I'm not entirely sure. You're going to be a woman or a female or male in the thing, but then that's just a character creator.
That's just a character creator. Exactly. So at that point, I played Watch Dogs, the original one. Did not care one bit for it. I thought it was not great. Watch Dogs 2 looked a little bit more interesting, but by that time I was like, didn't finish or play Watch Dogs 1. This one, I'm glad that they're not calling it Watch Dogs 3. They're calling it Watch Dogs Legion, because we are Legion.
Sure.
What do you think, sir? I want to preface before you answer.
Okay.
Before you answer, sorry. I did not care at all about Assassin's Creed. And then Assassin's Creed Odyssey came and it changed my perspective. And now, whenever an Assassin's Creed is announced, I'm going to have a look at it, because, I realize, aside from the shitty things that they did with messing
the story.
Up with the not the story. The story is fine.
I got you.
The extending, the making the grindy portion of it, having you pay for the normal version of the game, basically, the experience doubler. That game's fantastic, and I'm gonna go back to it, because I like that world. I like the fighting. I like the story where when it was going. I love my character.
You're gonna go back to that world and not go to The Witcher 3. Because this is what I'm hearing.
Need to finish this.
Whatever.
So my question was gonna be like, so I'm thinking of doing something like that for Watch Dogs. What's your thought?
No, for me, I never played 1, never played 2. Mm-hmm. It's not even on. It's literally not even on. Yes, am I curious? Am I want to see more about it? Sure.
But if it start coming out and it's like 9s and
Odyssey was 9 and 10. You didn't see me pick that up, so you know what I mean.
Because you hated Ubisoft.
I do not hate Ubisoft. On the contrary, of all the publishers, they are the least.
Why are you not supporting them?
Because it's just the type of game. You know what I'm saying? You know what I want them to do? I want them to do Ubi art. That's what I want them to do.
Ubi art.
No, fuck that.
No, actually, I'm not.
I need
Ubi art was cool. It's cool.
So, but no, it's just not on my radar. I will say that if it has that London gritty, Cockney, thing going on, maybe. But the problem is, let's be real, it's Ubisoft. It's never going to have that serious of a. Like somebody posted, somebody commented on the group saying, "Can't you just leave it out of it?" For me, no, man, put it in when it comes to including real world politics. Put it in. Make it interesting.
Yeah. Exactly.
As far as I'm concerned,
somebody mentioned about Brexit being like, "What do I have to mention Brexit?"
Because it's that's what it's. It's a thing that's like it or not, guys. We have no clue of what they're dealing with in Europe because of it.
Yeah.
But there is backlash. There's things that are going on. That's interesting. That's fascinating because it's real. It's a real thing. So,
it's not about making it about politics.
Correct.
And let's be real, just like you mentioned, this is Ubisoft.
They're gonna be
apolitical as fuck. They're not going to touch anything because they don't want to. They never want to offend anybody or make it sound like their game have any statements to say.
Correct. They're never going to stick the landing on it because they're like, nope, there's no.
That brings it down a little bit. Unfortunately.
My next piece, another leak because it's just happening all over. Surge 2. Surge 2, which is a Souls-like game. Remember, you don't remember Surge at all?
No.
Okay.
Not at
Well, then I
all.
will quickly run through this one. Surge 2 release leaks prior to the E3 2019. It has been a year since we saw the Surge 2 reveal trailer at Gamescom 2018. The 50-second gameplay trailer shows more slashy, Souls-like action in a lush forest, but little in the way of a release window. However, the new leak suggests Surge 2 could arrive in a few months. Surge 2 release date was uncovered via an Australian Microsoft Store listing. The listing states that Surge 2 will launch on September 24th, 2019 and will retail at $60 US, of course. Pre-orders are available now, and doing so secures you, of course, a bunch of stuff that you don't need. So the Surge, which originally launched back on May 2017, developed by Deck 13 Interactive and published by Focus Home Interactive. The Surge was a Souls-like game where you you weren't in a mech. You had mechanical parts almost attached to your body.
Oh, I remember now.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. And then of course the gameplay is very Souls-like.
It was
Obviously,
a Souls-like gameplay, but the world was very alien,
futuristic
almost.
and
Very
alien.
futuristic,
Yeah, futuristic with machine and alien.
Yeah.
So and it did fairly well. It was received maybe 7.75s and stuff like that. So it wasn't horrible. But they, of course, had a following, and that's why I wanted to bring it up. That's all.
No, that's cool. Actually, that game's ended up being really because I like the idea. Of Souls games that takes place in the future. If done well, it could be awesome. Problem is guns. How do you make guns? Like how do you get a gameplay of Dark Souls with guns? Like what did you do there? Have a bunch of, just make it a bullet hell?
Or make it limited in ammo. Very limited in ammo.
Limited in ammo?
You know what I mean? So, okay, you have a gun, but you only have 4 rounds.
You should actually...
So you can smack them with the gun and shoot them once. Because you're going to need those 3 rounds later on. You know what I mean? So maybe something like that.
That will make it... Yeah, that will make sense. Now, this next piece, I was very excited to see, and not because I'm a big fan or anything, but this particular game, I remember it. It was funny. It was cool. However, hearing that it's not a new take on the type of game that it is, but a remake, makes it a lot less exciting.
Okay.
Destroy All Humans remake.
Yes.
Has been announced prior to E3 2019, or I guess during, since it already started, I guess.
Yeah, it has technically.
THQ Nordic has announced Destroy All Humans, a PS4, Xbox One, and PC remake of the 2005 action adventure for PlayStation 2 and original Xbox. There's no pre-order information just yet. The new version is an exact remake of the cult classic, in which a little green man called Crypto comes to Earth and begins eviscerating Earthlings, cows, and anything else that gets in his way. It keeps his tongue in, and it's a very tongue-in-cheek kind of game.
Yeah.
It definitely.
It was very. Oh God, there was a movie that was something like
Mars
that. Attack. No, Aliens Attack or Attack of the Aliens. No.
Space Invaders.
Dude, very similar to that.
Dude, it was well, I guess it was not Mars Attack, but for some reason I'm thinking that. So that game now, I played that game. I wouldn't have said it's like I'm excited not because it's like a great game. I just thought that I like the idea. It was funny, bro. And that character was cool to see a new game of him with that character, and this with the latest graphics and all that this generation, I would have been awesome. But thinking it's gonna be the same game.
THQ Nordic.
Yeah,
they acquire a bunch of things, but they're not gonna spend a lot of money on it either.
Not for now.
No,
but hey, it bodes well for if it does well, maybe we can see an actual. Well, there was a sequel actually.
Destroy Aliens 2.
Destroy Destroy All Humans.
Excuse me. I keep saying aliens. I'm sorry.
Yeah. What do you have against aliens?
I mean,
what do you have?
They're green and short and they squawk.
Sorry,
you know what I mean?
That is alienist. You're being an alienist.
Sorry, Martians.
Next thing you know, you're gonna say we should build a wall in space.
I was all on Stark's camp. With Earth needs a whole suit of armor around it. Oh man.
Well, they are attacking. They're destroying us. So
Yes.
yeah, I guess you're right.
There you go. My next piece, guys. Sony's officially has zero presence at E3 2019. Oh, wait. You already know this. But it is still running its annual Days of Play sale from now until the Monday after E3. Yes, that's a week from this Monday, guys. More than 250 games, their special editions, DLC, and other add-ons are discounted, some up to 70% off throughout the store. In addition to the game, Sony is offering a $20 discount on 12 months of PlayStation Plus and a $30 off a year-long subscription of PlayStation Now. A slew of PlayStation hits games are being offered at $9.99, including Bloodborne, Horizon Zero Dawn, the complete edition. Yes, that is with the DLC. Okay. Little Big Planet 3, Last of Us Remastered, Uncharted 4 Thieves, and the Uncharted 4 Drake's Collection, and Lost Legacy. There are also deep discounts for several new games. Among the $59.99 titles getting a haircut are Ace Combat 7, Skies Unknown, Anthem, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Battlefield 5, Call of Duty, Days Gone, Fallout 76, Just Cause 4, Kingdom Hearts 3, Spider-Man, Metro Exodus, MLB, Mortal Kombat, Red Dead Redemption, Sekiro, and The Division 2. Discounts for those new titles or newer titles range between $23.99, which is the lowest, Ace Combat fits there, and $38.99, which is the highest, and that's Red Dead Redemption 2. So
I would have recommended Ace Combat if it wasn't for the fact that the game gets stupid hard for no reason with the...
Is there an easy mode?
Missiles. Yes. And by the way, missiles.
Is there an easy mode?
I don't remember if you get to pick one, but I mean, it'll still be annoying to get as many missiles.
Sure, I mean, you're in a plane and they're trying to shoot you down. So
kind of messed it. No, but dude, it was done wrong. It was done. It's extreme. The whole time most of the time, instead of dogfighting, you're just avoiding fucking missiles that some unknown plane shot from the other side of the sky.
Fair enough.
No bueno.
No bueno indeed.
No. It's my turn, right?
Yes, sir.
That's fine. Okay, so this is CNN. No, this is not CNN. Fuck that.
This is CNN. Wow.
This is a piece of news that comes courtesy of Kotaku. Blizzard canceled StarCraft first-person shooter to focus on Diablo 4 and Overwatch 2. Wait, the Overwatch 2? I haven't. Obviously, we know that that is at some point coming. But I thought that this Overwatch would be just supported rather than just make another Overwatch.
Yeah.
What is another Overwatch really?
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's like, hey, I mean, we have Overwatch.
The same thing over, maybe looking a little better.
No, man. This gets me upset.
No, man.
Because
maybe it has ray tracing. I don't know.
Maybe. This gets me upset because I am a fan of StarCraft, and StarCraft has been done wrong yet again. First, it was with StarCraft Ghost.
So you should learn your lesson here, is what I'm hearing.
This was a really long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. But there was a time where StarCraft Ghost was announced as the third-person, shooter game for. I want to say it was probably for PlayStation 2 and Xbox, and it never came to fruition. It was summarily canceled. I
remember you telling me.
It wasn't looking very good either. So,
so it's a good thing they canceled.
No, considering that it's Blizzard and so far everything that Blizzard does,
it's not up to Blizzard's standards.
So it was not. So it makes me think that this one probably wasn't either. But what a setback, because that would have been an awesome idea to have a StarCraft FPS. Blizzard has canceled a StarCraft first-person shooter that had been in development for the past 2 years, according to 3 people familiar with the ongoings at the studio. The main reason Blizzard told staff was to put more resources into the Diablo and Overwatch franchises. So, see, I bet there was no mention whatsoever of Overwatch 2, and this is just Kotaku just inferring like, oh, it's gonna be Overwatch 2, because Diablo 4. No, it's probably going to be more content for
More
Overwatch,
content,
which
yeah,
makes
yeah.
more sense. The project, which was codenamed Ares, was described to as like Battlefield in a StarCraft universe. Oh my God, that sounds awesome! By one of those people, all whom spoke anonymously because they were not authorized to talk about the project. The team had built prototypes in which the player, as a Terran Marine, could gun down Zerg aliens, and there were plans to experiment with playable Zerg as well. That would have been awesome, I say. Although one person who saw builds of the game last year told me that it seems like development progress was slow, a second said it came as a massive shock when Blizzard canceled it a couple weeks ago. A third person said it was looking quite good. So, and of course, Blizzard would not comment on, not comment on that. Actually, they did this. They went on to say, we always make decisions about these things, regardless of the ultimate outcome on how things might be interpreted based on our values, what we believe makes sense for Blizzard, and what we hope our players will enjoy the most. That's what the company said. And if you guys remember, Overwatch came out to be from a canceled MMO thing that Blizzard was doing. I
remember you telling me.
Yeah, this characters, most of the characters, or the characters on the vanilla, on the vanilla Overwatch when it came out, there were assets. There were assets made for this Titan game. The code name was Titan.
Mm-hmm.
That was being developed. Their next big MMO. As you know, Blizzard from World of Warcraft fame. We could trust them to make a crazy good MMO, but no, it wasn't good. It wasn't coming along very well. They weren't happy with the project, but they had all these assets, so they figured, okay, we're just going to reuse this. Yeah. Well, we can do it. Let's do something crazy. Let's do something that nobody will expect us to do. A first-person shooter, the way they did, and the rest is history.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that, hey, maybe, I don't know, maybe this becomes something for StarCraft. I don't want to see StarCraft die. StarCraft is one of my favorite games, and I feel like StarCraft is huge in like the Korean markets and all that.
Yeah.
StarCraft 2 was doing very well, and then freaking Dota came in and destroyed them. Like suddenly nobody was caring about the StarCraft tournament, which were exciting, Everything was about Dota. It was about Dota. And now I feel like StarCraft has been relegated to like, oh yeah, this little title that we have left here.
Pretty much, yeah.
All
right. I've got just a few news bits left, and I'm going to title this for myself as Mad Dog's Oddball Stories.
Oddball Stories.
Yeah. We're going to start off. There are three, so I'm going to quickly just kind of run through them. First off,
it's like the Twilight Zone.
The film adaptation of Uncharted franchise, titled Uncharted, has a premiere
name Uncharted.
Yes, has a premiere date, and it's December 18th of 2020.
Oh snap!
Sony Pictures announced Uncharted's holiday 2020 release date yesterday, along with several other films. The adaptation, which itself is an homage to high-adventure blockbuster flicks, will star Spider-Man's Tom Holland as Nathan Drake. The concept of an Uncharted-themed film has lingered in production for years, rumors dating back all the way to 2008. And that's less than a year after the first Drake's Fortune came out. Mm-hmm. As far back as 2014, it was said to have a release date set in stone, quote unquote. Mm-hmm. Back then, it was set for 2016. That never happened. Hollywood reports Jonathan Rosenberg and Mark Walker are writing the screenplay because the beast of a script that Joe Carnahan, who did the A-Team, submitted in 2017 was no bueno. This is a direct quote, guys. So now, of course, it's going to be featuring a younger Drake and the details of how he met Victor Sullivan, Sully.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So basically...
I mean, that's cool. That's cool. We do want to know that. We kind of get a glimpse of that on Uncharted.
The Uncharted 3.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. The next news bit, believe it or not.
But that means no Nathan Fillion.
No, nothing for that, unfortunately. Next news bit.
Get it, I'll skip it.
Get ready to play as the video game incarnations of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Jack Black,
Oh, God.
Kevin Hart,
Stop.
and Karen Gillan.
Don't say it.
And Jumanji, the video game.
No. Don't play that game. It might transport you to Jumanji.
It might, according to the movie. Bandai Namco Entertainment Europe, Outright Games, and FunSolve, 3 companies have teamed up with Sony Pictures to make a video game based on Jumanji movies, and will be released November 15th, 1 month before the release of the third, still untitled Jumanji movie.
Wow.
Oh, gosh. And then my final news of the oddball weird. Sir, have you ever in your life wanted to smell like an Xbox console?
Damn it. That was my next one. That was going to be my bonus to your oddball.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, but please
these were
enlighten us, because I want to smell like an Xbox.
I do too. I mean, every time I look at an Xbox One, the first thing I think of, man, what does that smell like?
Yes, exactly.
That must smell like roses.
Like, man.
Yeah. Oh, peste de hombre.
Peste de hombre. Peste de homme. That's Xbox.
That is Xbox. Microsoft.
What does Sony smell like?
Yeah, I don't know. Microsoft is planning for its upcoming E3 presentation, but there is one surprise.
Nerd.
Wait, Microsoft is planning for its upcoming. What the hell?
That's a terrible. Who wrote that?
I don't know who wrote this, but there's one surprise product that we know will be hitting store shelves this summer. It's not a game or a console, but instead a fragrance line called Lynx Xbox. Microsoft has partnered with Lynx,
with the Atari Lynx,
to create a scent that captures the essence of Xbox, also known as Peste de Hombre.
So Doritos and Mountain Dew?
Yeah, that's a combination made in heaven right there.
Yeah, that's what it is.
My God. And it can be purchased in a body spray, deodorant, and shower gel, forms. I'm not even going to continue, sir. What do you think it smells like? It's green, so...
I think it's going to be citrusy. In all honesty,
citrusy?
I think it's going to be kind of citrusy. I want to make a pact.
Oh, God.
If you get it, I'll get it if you get it. We'll both get it, and then we'll talk about it for a whole week. We'll see.
We'll see how it works. See if it has that Axe body spray thing to it. You know what I mean?
If
it turns heads like Axe body spray.
At least all right. At least maybe the shot. Maybe one buys one, the other one buys the other. I don't know, but. Like I can do the shower gel.
I will do. Well, let me see. What was it again? Shower gel.
Body spray. We can both do the same thing. I don't care.
It's a body spray. Oh no, I'll do the body spray.
You want to do the body spray?
Yeah, I'll do it.
All right.
You know what?
I'll do the forward.
No, we're doing this wrong.
What?
We need to do all of them. We need to take a full form. We need to deodorize.
You're
we
right.
need to accentuate.
You're absolutely
and we need
right.
to bathe in Xbox.
Shit, I'm placing my order right now. When does this become available?
I want to know. I want to smell like Phil Spencer. Damn it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because that's exactly what I'm thinking. It's like I'm gonna walk around going, man, I bet you I smell like Phil Spencer right now. I kid you not.
I want to smell like Phil Harrison. Yes, I'm announcing the Stadia Peste de Homme.
Peste de Homme.
Oh my God! All you people that want to stream your smell, if you want, dude. Speaking of which. Phil Harrison, man, he has worked for all the companies.
Everything, yeah. He's been everywhere.
I saw him. The first time I saw him was PlayStation. Mm-hmm. That disastrous PlayStation 3 reveal E3.
Yes.
From 2006. Then somehow I start seeing him on Xbox. I was like, what? Traitor. What the hell? That's awesome. They got Phil
Harrison.
Phil Harrison. And now he's a Stadia. Like, I forgot what his position is there, but the freaky thing is that he doesn't look like he ages at all.
No, he looks the same.
And he looks the same. He looks like age 47.
Yeah, he does. He's bald. Yeah.
Yeah.
He just needs a barcode in the back. He'd be fine.
And it's tall and you know he looks like he could take someone down.
Yeah.
So or maybe that's the way I'm imagining it. Anyway, yeah, man. Going back to this.
We're doing it.
Pack.
We got to get all three.
All three.
All three. Yeah.
Where does it say release
No,
time?
it's summer.
Do we have to
It's coming out
pre-order?
in the summer? No. If I have to pre-order freaking soap,
Is it DLC?
let me see here. Do we have to pre-order? Let me
Do
see.
we have, you have to get the
These
season
products
pass.
will be available in Australia and New Zealand from July onward. What?
What? No, come on.
Oh, hold on. So
They have to come here.
That's okay. I'll just import them.
We'll import them.
I'll import them, sure.
I'll put money on it. Okay.
Yeah.
We're doing this.
We're doing it.
Yes.
Let's do it. Yes.
Play Asia probably has them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. Does PlayStation still exist? I don't know. Shenmue 3, sir. How excited are you? I know you are. So don't get your hopes up. The release date has been delayed.
No.
It's not canceled yet, but
Isn't the release date currently for August? Or was for August before it got delayed?
well, let me see. The partially crowdfunded sequel Shenmue 3 needs more time in development, and it has been delayed. The game had been slated for release on August 27.
There you go.
But now has been pushed back to a fall release of November 19. So that's not too bad. I mean, it sucks for those really, really, really wanting it, but they're gonna make it better game, or fix whatever needs to be fixed. Sure, that's fine.
We'll see.
In a letter on the game's Kickstarter page, creator Yu Suzuki explained the delay. Was almost ready. The game simply needs a little bit more refinement before being truly finished, it states. We feel that the extra time we have will help us deliver the true Shenmue experience players around the world deserve. We thank you for your patience and understanding. So I played Shenmue. I was never.
I played the first Shenmue. Yeah.
I played one of them. I don't remember which one it was, but I know people are excited about this and they want it.
Yes, they can't
They
wait
need it.
to get a job again as
They want
Shenmue.
and moving boxes and
moving boxes
soliciting sailors
and
and
cleaning up the dishes. And,
playing a game of Lucky Hit.
Yes.
You want to play a game of Lucky Hit?
No.
You want to play a game of Lucky Hit?
No.
You want to play a game of Huggy Lit?
Okay.
Huggy Lick?
Okay.
And that is, I mean, there are many more news out there because, like you said, it is a leaky E3.
Yes, it sure is.
But I mean, let's leave some surprises
Of
for
course,
it. Come
of
on,
course, yes.
we want to be surprised. I want to be surprised.
As do I.
I can't wait for Sunday.
Me
I
too.
need to see what the hell is Bethesda doing. That's what
I can't wait. Oh, well, we're about to get into our predictions, but I can't wait to see what they say to just right the ship because Fallout 76, man.
That's done past. Like, they can't, there's nothing they can say. They can't even make a joke. If they make a joke about
I told
this,
you they're going to. I said.
I know you said it. Yes, I know. But
that's not one of my predictions. However, I am predicting that.
Face, like bold, like freaking like disrespectful thing that they can do to their to their fans. They should be like literally. They should be like Sony was when they got hacked, and all the executive, like bow down almost to their knees.
Yeah.
Asking for forgiveness, basically, like literally. That's what they need to do. That's what they
should do.
But Bethesda's not going to do that.
Nope.
So, yeah, guys, we're going to take a break.
Yeah.
And we'll
we'll be right back with our
Hot Topic.
And we are back, guys, and it is time for our Hot Topic.
Hot Topic of the Week.
Thank you so much, sir. Hot Topic this week again, guys, is our annual E3 predictions.
E3 crazy prediction.
Yeah.
Are they crazy or are they just hopeful?
I think it's a mixed bag.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think we're kind of all over the place.
My first prediction, I wish Sony was at E3.
So that's your first prediction?
That's my wish.
Yeah. It is funny when you look at predictions and you go, there really isn't much I can say about Sony or anything else because they're not even freaking there.
That's what made it hard.
Yeah.
Unless the prediction is, and they're going to have it E3.
And they show up. Yeah, I think we'd know this already.
Yeah, no. It would have leaked already.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what we normally do is we have a standard 5 predictions, and we go back and forth, and then we'll have a couple of humorous ones, maybe some follow-ups, and maybe some returning favorites.
All right.
Shall we say?
Good.
Yes.
I have. Should I say the number that I have?
The total?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have 10.
Okay, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So
there we go. There you go. All right.
Yeah.
We got a topic.
We do have a topic.
Okay, good.
I'm going to
the minimum stay requirement.
Yes.
So we had at least 19.
We are. So we're going to start with. First off, we're going to start with our just the ones that we are pretty sure, or we're bringing back. Let's call them the not official 5.
Okay. They're not official 5.
Yeah, not the official 5. These are just.
That's the name of the next Quentin Tarantino movie.
Yes.
The not official 5.
The not official 5.
Yes.
By the way, Quentin, I need dibs. I'm just saying. Sir, since you have 10 and you wanted to, show that off, then guess what you're going to be doing?
You're
going to start
whip out my first one.
Sir, I'm going to need you to put that away, please.
Sorry. Let me put my Simon Belmont whip away.
Thank you.
So what's the meaning of the no? Those are the realistic ones.
Not your official 5 that you want to have credit for, because remember, we do take score. Yeah.
So we're gonna start with the crazy ones. I thought we wanted.
You can start whichever one. If you want to make the crazy one of your 5, or if you don't, it's
no,
up to you.
because I want to win. All right, so
see how it is.
All right, so I'm gonna be on the reels. All right, this one's on the reels.
Okay,
on the reels.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
on the reels.
Okay, all right. So we're gonna have an Onimusha game. Yes, Onimusha returns. It's not gonna be called that. No. It's gonna be called.
That's not part of the prediction.
No, that's not gonna be called Onimusha returns. But there will be an Onimusha game.
Okay.
I don't know who the developer is, because who owns that? Is it Capcom?
Capcom.
Okay, all right. So yeah, because since Devil May Cry was so successful, and of course using this, that same engine and the engine that power Resident Evil remake and all that, they gotta be working on that. They gotta be working on it. They did the remake recently, so I'm not talking about a remake.
Yeah,
I'm talking about. I'm not talking about a remaster. I always get those two confused. They did a remaster not too long ago. And
which was very up-res.
Yeah, version of the same game, the same gameplay, the same Samanusuke. I love that name. Samanusuke. I know that was actually the princess writing to him. Samanusuke. So I want or I predict that we're gonna have a new Onimusha, scene. We're gonna see
That's
this
a safe one
on the Xbox. We're gonna see it on the Xbox press conference, not the Sony one.
Okay, I likes.
Yeah,
I likes.
That works.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm gonna go bring this back up because I bring this up every so often, and eventually.
There's gonna be a new add-in.
I gotta be right. You know what I mean? It's just the law of averages, right?
Oh my God.
At some point,
not good and evil.
the good and evil. That's already happening.
Yeah, but that's not getting announced.
No.
Beyond good and evil. That was what
Legacy of Kain.
Oh God!
Remastered. Yes.
Legacy yes. I thought you went with it last year.
I did. Probably.
I don't know. Last year too.
Yeah.
No, probably.
You were a year too early.
No, yeah.
And so was I. Legacy of Kain Remastered will include Blood Omen and Soul Reaver, and
shit.
that's it's a collection.
You want a trilogy?
Is there a trilogy? I thought it was just a duology.
Oh, wait. You said there were two, right?
Yeah, Legacy of Kain, Blood Omen. That's all one title.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I heard it. I heard three things. I heard Legacy of Kain, Blood Omen, and something else. And I was like,
Soul
what?
Reaver,
There are
yeah.
three?
It's Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver, yeah.
Because if you want a trilogy, I can give you a trilogy.
All right.
I can give you a trilogy right now. You ready?
Talk to me.
All right.
It's going to be funny if you say something I already have. Again.
You probably have it. Let's be real. This E3, this Sony-less E3 has left us with very few predictions to try to come up to the table. But yes, you can take it out of your list because Mass Effect Trilogy Remaster will be
that's not the one I have. Okay.
No,
that's not the one.
Then in your face.
In your face, okay.
There you go.
Okay.
That's what's happening. Mass Effect Trilogy Remastered because God knows he needs to show something.
Yes.
On the presser.
On
the depressing presser.
On the depressing presser.
Yes.
I'll tell you what my
and Apex Legend yada yada.
What my remaster trilogy is, and that is from the same company to make up for the abysmal years they've been having. Let's be real here.
Oh God.
They come and say, you know what? Let's give it to the fans. We got to do it.
Yes.
Dead Space Remastered Collection.
No. Although that's great, actually. That's not the one that I was thinking. But yes, that's
the Dead Space Remastered Collection is going to be 1, 2, and 3 all together in a collection remastered for PlayStation 4, Xbox One, wherever the hell it comes out.
Go Stadia. Thank
you. Okay, sure, why not?
I don't know, man. I think EA was so first of all, freaking.
As far as we know, EA is happening right now, so they may have.
So
just
they might
announced
have actually announced
so for the record, I have not seen. So if they did, I swear to God, I have not seen it.
I swear I have not seen either. If they did, the next Battlefield, which is going to be Bad Company 3. Yes.
Is that the one you were thinking I was going to say?
I was hoping that you were going to say that.
Yeah, I don't have any connection to Bad
Either
Company.
that or K4. One of the two you were going to say. No.
K4, nice.
That is not my prediction. My prediction, and I'm gonna put this one also as a very possibility. It's gonna be on Microsoft. We finally get Rare's Battletoads.
Oh, I think that's a given. I think that's
so?
Oh yeah, I think that's
a gimme.
I think that's okay. I'm not saying it's a gimme, but I think
that's
it hasn't been said. To be fair, there's nothing been pointing that's saying that's going to happen.
Yeah.
However,
but that's what
I think it's time. Yeah, I think it's
time. That's why I put it as a lock. You know, Battletoads.
Oh, that's one of your.
Lock.
That's one of your.
That's one of my locks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is any other one? Because I haven't made any of my locks yet.
Oh shit! No, I think I saw. Hold on. I think I said. Now that I think about it, I think I said Onimusha was also a lock.
A lock? Okay.
But see, the problem is, how many locks are we going to have?
5.
5?
Mm-hmm.
So I need to pick 5. Okay, so there might be a chance I might not say, oh, this one's a lock, and then at the end I'll say, okay, I'll lock it.
Okay.
Because it's easier that way. It's easier that way.
Well, I haven't mentioned any of these. None of these have been my locks. But this one will be.
This one will be.
This one will be.
This is good.
Lock. This is a lock for me.
Guys, if you're listening to this, you got to comment below. What are yours? Because we're competing. The whole group is competing.
PlayStation State of Play will happen on Tuesday night. And they announce it on Monday morning.
We can only hope. Seriously, that's your prediction. They're gonna have one.
They're gonna have a State of Play.
A State of Play.
I'm saying Tuesday night.
What is that to talk about? That's false.
Sure.
So they gotta have something to talk about.
I'm sure they do.
My God, you're already losing. I'm gonna give you a lock here.
Oh, another lock. Okay, let's see.
And this one is going to be courtesy of Bethesda. It should be one of my crazy funny ones, but I'm going to lock it just for the hell of it.
Just for just because I mentioned the State of Play, you're like, I'm already in the lead.
I'm already in the lead. I can wait to be silly, let's just take one for the team.
Okay.
Proper NPCs for Fallout 76.
Proper NPCs?
Yes. They were... Remember, if you remember, Fallout 76 was there's no NPCs. Everybody's it's an audio log, and you're like, no. The patch that's coming, the big patch that they're announcing,
we're putting NPCs in.
We're putting people. Actually, you know what? It turns out
that may be a good lock for the record. Yeah.
You see, the more you think about it, the better, the most it makes sense, right?
Yes,
that's a lock.
My next one is not a lock. However. It kind of extends from my last one, which is a lock. Siphon filter.
Oh my god! Every year
gets announced.
No wonder you had your list
happening, my
You're
friend.
recycling your list from last year.
I told you I have two that were. We'll call them freaking flyers. Freaking flyers. Siphon
Until
filter.
they happen.
Yeah. I'm not. I
Half-Life
refuse.
3.
However, I do recognize, which is why none of them are locks. Neither Legacy of Kain or Siphon Filter is a lock. I'm just saying they will happen. That's it.
I'm not trusting they will happen. I'm just saying.
They will happen. Yes.
I won't put money on it.
I will not put money on it.
Or whatever is the.
Whatever we're betting here.
It's gonna become next year's beer wench.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right. Well, let me. Since I'm feeling frisky. Let's just keep it. Let's just keep the locks.
Considering the earlier, yeah.
No, I'll take it back now. This one is kind of. Well, actually, did I? I probably did not mention this last year, but it is something that I have mentioned before.
Okay.
It's time.
Okay.
It's time that we see Master Chief and Rayman as the next fighters on Super Mario Bros.
Oh, Smash Brothers.
Super Smash Brothers. Thank you,
sir. I think we have a match here.
There's really?
Yes.
Oh, snap.
Although I don't have, for the record, I don't have.
You're not locking it?
No. This is a lock, but I don't have Rayman.
Oh.
I have Master Chief comes to Super Smash Brothers, and it's announced at the Microsoft conference.
Why?
Because they have so much to say.
But Michael,
yes,
listen.
It's happening there, my friend.
Why?
Just because.
Why Microsoft?
Because why not? It's a Sunday. It's
God's day. Miracles can happen. Wow. All right. You know what? Leave my boy Rayman out of it then.
No. You keep yours. I'm just saying mine is that it's coming. I don't have Rayman, but I have it's coming. It's going to be shown at Microsoft.
You know what? I should be putting stars on the locks because I think I'm locking shit left and right. Hold on.
You're just locking everything.
Next thing I know, I might have to unlock some.
You have 6, 7 locks.
Yeah, let me see. It was proper NPC. Oh, why did I do that? It was Mass Effect Remastered. Did I lock that one? No, I don't think I locked that one. Maybe I did. You guys can remind me. So, Battletoads, yeah. Battletoads was a lock. That's the easiest.
That's an easy one, yeah.
Yeah.
That's definitely.
That was the gimme. But I have another one that I haven't decided yet if I'm gonna lock, but it's just so succulent.
Okay.
It's so succulent.
Succulent.
So succulent.
Oh wow. Okay.
Xbox games stream on Nintendo Switch.
Oh wow.
Yes.
You don't want to lock that.
Yeah. I know it's plausible,
sir. I guess. I mean,
why not? Help
honestly,
me.
Because of
commit a mistake to unlock.
No. You know what? I'm gonna say nothing because I'm gonna let you just walk into that.
You were saying Nintendo's not gonna.
No, I mean, so it all depends. It all depends on how open Nintendo is.
Oh shit!
How should I say
Master
this?
Chief.
To having Microsoft assist them a bit in their infrastructure, shall we say? You know what I mean?
Well, they would. It will
if
only
you've
need to
been
be,
if you've been reading the book I've been reading, which is the Console Wars, you will know that Nintendo has never been one to play nice with anyone.
Yeah.
However, that has been changing recently,
Yeah,
so
hey.
it's possible.
We have seen Mario show up on Ubisoft games
We have
for the Mario for the console for the
Absolutely, yeah.
for the Switch.
to jump on the bandwagon a little bit here with that.
All right.
My next prediction, which is a lock,
Mm-hmm.
a new Banjo-Kazooie game
Oh.
coming to Xbox and Switch.
Oh shit! Lock that shit up because that is happening.
Locking
I
it
am
down.
putting money. I am putting money on it.
Yeah.
Those are my chips.
Locking that bad boy
Lock that
down.
shit up because that is
Banjo-Kazooie coming to Xbox One and Switch. Sorry, Sony.
all right. I'm gonna let's see 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna lock this one because this is obvious. This is gonna happen. Bayonetta 3 gameplay. We finally get to see it.
Oh,
That's,
Jesus.
Honestly,
Okay.
that's gonna be a thing.
No wonder we're locking that.
That's
Obviously, you don't
obvious.
want to live on the edge the way I live.
Oh,
That's fine.
I will live on the edge with the next one. Don't you worry, child.
So here is. I'm gonna lock this one. We're gonna lock this one. This will be my fourth lock for the record. Irrational Games is back with a new game.
The makers, the one that's from the dead, the one that EA closed.
No, Irrational Games.
Who was the original game?
Oh my God.
I forgot.
Ken Levine.
Ken Levine.
Yes, Irrational Games is back with a new game, and
It's not BioShock.
no, it's not BioShock. I already know it's not BioShock, or that's already known that it's not BioShock, and it wins the majority game of show.
Lock it, because I want to see you lose.
Locking it down, my
Locking
friend.
it down.
Locking it down.
Lock it down all you want. You want me to live on the edge. Sir,
Here we go.
may I introduce you the one that will make you cry.
Okay.
You know, I don't know how much you know about Japan.
Oh,
I'm an expert. And I can tell you that the kind of stuff that is going to happen here is not taken well by the Japanese.
Oh,
I
wow.
tell you, heads are going to roll. All right? This kind of betrayal that's going to happen.
wow.
Final Fantasy VII coming to Xbox. Thank you. Good night.
Sir.
Thank you. Good night.
Sir. So not that I want to burst your bubble or anything like that.
But Sony's publishing this one.
No, not at all. On the reveal of the Final Fantasy VII, back on that, can we call that the E3 of dreams? Okay, a wonderful reveal where I think I saw many reaction videos of people crying because Final Fantasy VII remake was what a lot of people probably didn't hear during all the commotion said afterwards is coming first to Sony.
Coming first to Sony.
Yeah. So it was never an exclusive.
So it was never an exclusive. Well, that's what I'm saying. Over here, it's saying it's gonna get announced. But
so it's Xbox One only?
no, I'm not saying it's gonna exclusive and like that. I'm saying it's gonna be shown that it's gonna come to
Xbox One. Oh, the Xbox conference.
Yeah, the Xbox conference. This is how they close. The same way that they close when
Cyberpunk.
No, when back in the day when Final Fantasy 13 was the one more thing the Xbox had, and that's the one that's the one thing that like created the whole meme of I don't know how much you know about Japan. I'm an expert and all that.
Yes. So this one is not a lock. However,
this one? All right.
it probably should be because it's well, at least a portion of it is definitely, I think. Now this has been said. It has been received. News has been received, or word has been received that they are not going to be at E3. However, I call BS. Although I'm still not locking it in. Rocksteady will be at E3, and it will be Superman, baby.
Oh my God.
It's happening.
No, don't lock that.
No, I'm not locking that shit.
However, saying nope.
If it happens, I want full credit.
No, it's gonna be a cancellation price credit.
It will probably, yeah.
Oh my God. Let me see how much I have left. All right. Let's go ahead and keep it on the Final Fantasy 16. We're seeing it at Squares.
Final Fantasy 16. Oh,
16,
wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's possible. They showed off Final Fantasy 7 back in 2015. And now we're probably going to get it at some point. So, yeah, I guess it's around that time.
It's due time, right?
My last one, and it is my final lock. Xbox new console shown off.
Oh, that we know.
And
that.
price revealed.
Oh.
$499.99.
What? Sir, you are insane.
It is happening, my friend.
Oh my God. You could not be a streaming box is gonna be $499.
Okay, well that's right, because there's gonna be SKUs. No, this is the non-streaming box. We'll say that the streaming box is
$299.99. So you're talking about Lockhart is gonna be $299.
Lockhart will be $299,
and Anaconda,
because my Anaconda don't want none unless you got buns.
Oh, it's gonna have buns, huh? Don't you worry. Okay.
Those are the worst freaking names. I'm just saying, the worst code names I've ever heard.
I have not heard any worse either. So. So that's it. You're not giving me a name for it or anything?
I did have a name, but I think it's a stupid name, and it's probably although it could be so silly to me, and it'd be the one that they freaking choose.
Exactly, that's usually how it works.
The Xbox, yeah, it goes to Xbox Pro.
The Xbox Pro. Yeah. Okay, the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I told you. I was like,
no, man, come on. I have two to share. All right. First of all,
names?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I want to win this. So I'm going to give myself the best.
Evidently. Locking in easy stuff.
I'm not locking this one. No. Pricing. Sir, you could not be more wrong.
Okay.
They have they have two SKUs, yes. But it's still a fucking streaming box. And another one is a streaming box that plays Xbox One games. So I'm going to go ahead and say, as my crazy prediction, that $299 for Anaconda.
Oh, shit. So we're taking the loss. Okay.
And $199 for the streaming box. And that's put the seal of stupidity on it.
Hence the reason you're not locking it in.
I'm taking it. I'm putting it there. And also
the name?
The name.
Yeah.
You ready for it? This was a leak. I gotta admit.
This was a leak?
I took a peek on it. This is a leak, so I cannot lock it.
You can't lock it in, yeah.
Because I know about it. Well, you guys are gonna know first. Well, not really, because this podcast, by the time you guys listen to it, the Xbox would have already happened.
Yeah, exactly.
But at least you'll be able to tell if we were right or wrong.
Yeah.
So the next Xbox from Microsoft is going to be called the Microsoft Xbox Station.
Oh, God.
And it's going to be... No, you don't like it?
That's never going to happen. But go ahead.
All right. Well, how about the Netflix box?
Nice. The next Flixbox.
There you go.
All right.
There you go.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Fair enough, sir. I like mine's better.
Yeah.
The Xbox Pro.
Xbox Pro. No.
The Xbox
Bro.
Exactly what I was thinking.
There
exactly
you go.
what I was thinking. I like when we were.
I like it. I like it. You know,
Yeah.
sounds a little too ethnic, but I'll be down with it.
Me too.
Yeah. Hey.
I think they will be too.
I think, yeah.
Awesome, sir. So that brings us to the end
Yeah.
of an awesome, The Real episode 163. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Please leave your comments, leave your predictions, leave your thoughts. Just say, hey.
Leave your heart.
Yeah.
Cool your soul.
Yeah. Just rip it right out of your chest and smack it right into the computer.
Fatality.
Yeah, exactly. No, seriously. Leave your comments, leave your predictions. We will review, of course, next week who wins this. And I have a strong feeling if I know things the way I know things, if it is true that I drink and I know things,
I always win.
I will probably lose, yes. Because unlike my cohort here, Mr. David Santos, aka Dream Twister, I live on the edge.
Hey. I gave you some crazy predictions for logs. Let me see. What were my logs? Let me make sure I don't have any extras. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh yeah, I guess I have extra. So to recap, real quick before we leave, my logs were Master Chief and Rayman for Super Smash Brothers,
and I have the Master Chief announced at Xbox conference.
Yeah, I have Battletoads.
I have Banjo-Kazooie coming in Xbox One and Switch.
Yep. I have Final Fantasy VII announced on Xbox.
I have PlayStation State of Play will happen on Tuesday night.
I have Bayonetta 3 gameplay, actual gameplay.
I have Xbox Pro $499 with the other SKU being $299.
And I have proper NPCs for Fallout 76.
And I have Irrational Games is back with a new game and the majority of game of the show.
All right. That's it. Those are the logs.
There it is.
Just taking a second look. I can't believe I did not log Animusha. Can I make some changes?
And we are wrapping up the show, guys.
Okay, fine.
Thanks so much again for tuning in. As always, please go to goodgame.tech, join the conversation there, and please like, subscribe, and share the podcast with everyone. This is Mad Dog signing off this week. Mr. Santos, take us home.
I am going to trade Final Fantasy VII on Xbox and put on Onimusha. There we go. Fixed.
And this is essentially how he wins every year.
Last minute move.
Last minute adjustments.
I gotta do the projections. I'm seeing the numbers here.
As the conference is happening, going, nope, I need to move that around. I need to move that around. I need to do this.
I knew it.
Yes.
A new Sonic game.
I called it. Look, I had it written right
here. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. I always have it written every year. That's what I always hope.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week.
GG!